They've won Tonys and Oscars and Emmys and Grammys. There's no red carpet because they're home in their jammies. From Melrose Place to Broadway to Janeway and her crew. Let Seth and James bring all the... They've won Tonys and Oscars and Emmys and Grammys. There's no red carpet because they're home in their jammies. From Melrose Place to Broadway to Janeway and her crew. Let Seth and James bring all the stars to you.
Anywho.
They're entertaining everyone, so who's gonna grouse? Just sit right back and you'll hear some tales on Stars in the House.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. This says I voted.
And here's mine.
There it is. And you voted too.
That's right.
This is Stars in the House, our 9 a.m.
our morning edition.
I'm Hoda Kotb. Drink up, Kathy Lee. Right? We're gonna be here all day. Well, first of all, this is still a fundraiser for the Actors Fund. This
Yes,
is something
it is.
We began in March.
March 16th. Up.
And if you don't know, the Actors Fund is for anybody in the arts, no matter what you do, on stage, off stage, in front of the camera, behind the camera. It's going to be a while, especially live performing. It's going to be kind of the last thing back, and things keep getting cut more and more. Opera's now cut, ballet, all these Disney performers were just fired. So we're still raising money. This is the purpose of the show. You thought of the purpose. Well, I'm sorry. If you want to donate, starsinthehouse.com. But that is the purpose of Stars in the House. But today's your idea.
Well, yes. So we're going. This is going to be a mishmash of all sorts of wonderful things that I think will make us proud as Americans, as corny as that may sound. And we've got our friends. We've got people that will be viewers. You can go to vote at starsinthehouse.com. If you've got a selfie, we've got them. We're going to show some in a minute or two. But like Seth said, this is going from all over the country. But this is still a fundraiser for the Actors Fund, and in fact, they had their big fundraiser last night for the Actors Fund, the one that was actually delayed from the spring.
From the spring, yeah.
So let me see where they're pictured. We have so many clips, as you can imagine. Those of you who know Stars in the House know that we have a lot of clips, and a 10-hour show, definitely we have a lot. But here we go. This was last night. This was the Actors Fund Medal of Honor recipients. We've got Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker, Brian Stokes Mitchell. Who else do we have? Virginia Johnson. That's actually John Tish, Seth, our friend John Tish, who always was there for us with Concert for America, whether it was Atlanta or New York or LA. Los Angeles. That's right.
He's always, because he owns, well, he was there for us because he
runs Lowe's hotels.
Yeah, he always would give us rooms for all of our performers for Concert for America. John Tish is amazing.
Yeah, and Richard Trumpka. So they were all Medal of Honor recipients. For us, and by the way, the Actors Fund since March 18th has distributed more than $16.9 million to 14,000 people. That's literally 8 times the amount of money that they usually provide in a whole year.
So it sounds great that we've raised,
well, it is amazing. $536,815.
Just for the show. It does sound amazing, but when you hear how much money they've been giving out, it's sort of like basically the money you have in your wallet.
Yeah.
It's like when you that's how much in terms of all the money they need.
Absolutely.
So keep the donations coming. Let's look at some of the comments. I'm curious who's here.
Yes. Okay, hold on.
We have so many videos we got to start. We have Marc Shaiman, who's been up since 4 a.m. I saw his Facebook post. He's ready to go. But let's look at, oh, wow.
Here we go.
So nice.
Charlie dropped off my ballot 2 weeks ago on my birthday. That's a great birthday gift. Hold on. Wow, I love it. 6 a.m. in Burbank, folks. That's right. 6 a.m. in Burbank.
We're going to be here all
Brenda,
day.
who's going to be with us. She's going to be taking over so we can get a lunch break.
Brenda, you're up?
Brenda is up. She's getting ready for her show.
I know, but she's just showb's hours. Gets up at noon.
Girl, this is a special day.
Wow.
Kid, Dwight, I voted by mail weeks ago. Thank you for doing this today. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And quite frankly, this has helped my anxiety. What's that say?
Lights 52.
About to start my shift as a poll worker.
Yay.
That's amazing. Well, you know what? We want to we have this great video we want to start the day with. But speaking of poll workers, those of you who are regular viewers know that Poll Hero Project was a big part of our September shows. And here, who's going to be celebrating, if I remember correctly, her 18th birthday, literally
Marc Shaiman?
in a week.
Oh,
Hi,
Lilia.
how are you?
Hi, Lily. Is that right? You're 17. You're going to turn 18 next week?
Yes, yeah.
Happy birthday in advance.
Thank you.
I love that you're so civic minded, or you just wanted to make some money as a poll worker. Which one? Be honest.
A little bit of both. And I didn't get a spot as a poll worker. I live in Denver, and the state of Colorado mails everyone their ballots automatically.
Oh.
And so a huge percentage of people just mail in. And so when I signed up to be a poll worker, they said, we don't need you. So, yeah.
Wow, but that's actually bravo, Colorado. Isn't it pathetic that each state has its own rules? Like, why can't it just be the same thing in every single state?
It is. It makes it very confusing.
Boy, that's frustrating. So you've been with pollhero.org, though, right? You've been working with them?
I have been, yeah.
How many people do you think you've signed up to work the polls?
Total, we know that the number of people who signed up through us is 37,398. That was our final number. We don't know how many people actually got spots as poll workers, but we know that we helped contribute to hundreds of different polling stations. To be able
That's great.
Did you? Oh, Lilia, that's so great. So wait, are you still in high school? Is that what it means that you're 17?
Yes, yeah, I'm a senior in high school.
Wow. What are you going to do next year? Do we know yet?
No, not yet. Currently, I'm working through college applications, so we'll see.
That's always fun.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for dropping by, and thank you to Poll Hero Project, because that's amazing. That's really amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for all your help getting our word out.
Oh my God, what a great organization. Okay, well, we can't wait till you turn 18. So excited. What are you going to do for your birthday? Any fun plans?
No, not right now. So,
Getting through the election,
Yeah.
right? For all of
yes,
us.
exactly. Maybe I'll buy a lottery ticket or something like that.
Exactly.
There you go. All right.
Thank you, pollhero.org.
Bye.
Thank you, Lilia.
Thank you.
So, Seth, do you want to show? I thought this was.
So James' idea to start. We have so many. Here's the thing. We've done this thing called Contra for America, which we began Inauguration Day, actually, raising money for 5 different nonprofits. We did it all over the country. We have so many performances. It was always videotaped, and we barely shown any of the performances. So James said, why don't we do this today? Let's show these amazing Contra performances throughout the day. And James like, what song should we start with? And he thought of this immediately. With this from what concert?
Well, this is from when we were in Virginia.
Yes, I remember.
In
Signature.
November 2017, so 3 years ago.
Or DC, we called it.
But it was Maureen McGovern's. She was with us in Seattle, but this is her second appearance, and it's the perfect song, I think, to start the day.
Maureen
Maureen
McGovern.
McGovern. We
Contra
love
for
her.
America.
There's an old Irish saying that says, without hope, the human heart would surely die. I sing this for you with that in mind. It's not too late. We should be giving. Only with love can we climb. It's not too late. Not while we're living. Let's put our hands out in time. There's got to be a morning after. If we can hold on through the night, we have a chance to find the sunshine. Let's keep on looking for the light. Oh, can't you see the morning after? It's waiting right outside the store. Why don't we cross the bridge together and find a place that's safe and warm? It's not too late. We should be giving. Only with love can we climb. It's not too late, not while we're living. Let's put our hands out in time. There's got to be a morning after. We're moving closer There's got to be a morning after. Good night, good luck, God bless you.
Yay, Maureen! The best.
That's
Yay, Maureen McGovern.
great.
Does this look crazy? Okay, let's start with our
I love
first
that.
guest who woke up this morning at 4 a.m. instead of his signature time, 4:30 a.m. He is a MAC Award winner, a Bistro Award winner, and that's about it. The amazing, he's not even listening to me. Marc Shaiman, I'm insulting you. The amazing Mr. Marc Shaiman.
I thought I'm at 9:40.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah. Why the hell is he here early? This is you, by the way, just watching since 9
Well,
a.m.
why
So I'm like,
not?
well, because I'm like, oh, poor thing. Okay, then we're going to show more videos.
Well, how about we show one written by
Marc Shaiman is a writer?
Mr. Shaiman. Yeah, I know. He's written a couple of shows. A couple
Okay,
of
so
things.
this
What do
we're
we
gonna
have that's really good? Well, we have Megan Hilty that's coming up. So I saw that, Marc Shaiman. How about this, Seth? Speaking of Seattle, when Megan Hilty came, and this is her one of her great songs from Smash.
That Mark wrote with Scott
That's right.
Whitman.
I don't know if Mark's seen this this one yet.
Hi.
The field was bright with clover. I saw a finish sign. I started as a rover, and then victory was mine. I thought the race was over, but they just keep moving the line. They cheered at my persistence, but prayed for my decline. The path of least resistance led to Hollywood and Vine. I tried to go the distance, but they just keep moving the line. I jumped all of the hurdles to break out of the pack. I started on the outside and then hit the inside track. I left the other Billies back at the starting gate. Was ready on my mark. I got to set to hurry up and wait. So talent and ambition won me a chance to shine. I aced the big audition, but it's raining on cloud nine. Can't beat the competition, 'cause they just keep moving the line. After every corner, each rumble on the track. When I saw the ribbon, well, there was no turning back. I won the photo finish. I posed for all the men, but before I got my trophy, well, the race began again. So I've made friends with rejection. I've straightened up my spine. I'll change each imperfection till it's time to drink the wine. I toast to resurrection, but they just keep moving the line. Give me some direction, 'cause they just keep moving the
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Hold on, Marc Shaiman. Right?
What a broad.
I mean, what a broad and what a
I
great
know.
performance. You'll be back at 9:40. Peace out.
All right.
Your
Megan
wi-
Hilty is going to be
By the
on.
way, your Wi-Fi is wonderful. And by wonderful, it looks like a sketch, like an etch-a-sketch.
Oh, Seth.
Oh, Seth. I'm wearing this great shirt, Alexis.
Yes, you
Now,
are.
but you can't see it in this camera. That's because I'm wearing a depressing black shirt.
No, it's actually, we can see it, but you lost your
I know.
sticker there.
But how about this?
Okay, so one of the things I forgot earlier was I've been hearing this number a lot. 866. Can you put it on there, Seth? Our vote. If there are any problems, they started in 2000 with Gore the Bush, and if there were any problems at the polls, go to 866 Our Vote. Call them.
What are those?
I feel like they have. Okay, 866 Seth 687 8683. And I feel like they've got, I think they have 40,000 voters that are there. In fact, it looks like, Seth, we might have someone on here who may have just voted. I think this may be a viewer. Let's go to them.
Eric?
So let's go put that up. Eric?
Yes,
hey, Eric.
hello. How are you?
Good.
Are you a viewer of Stars in the House?
Well, I'm here today. I'm doing the Singing on Cue program with Ruthie
Amazing.
Fierberg. Yes.
Oh my God. So our friend Ruthie Fierberg from Playbill.com knew that there were going to be lines at the polling station. So she said, can we get some singers to entertain people? So Eric, I could tell you're a singer because you're talking in an amazing placement.
I'm trying to give you a good placement in my mask.
So
Literally in the mask.
Have you started yet?
Well, no, we're getting ready to. I actually have our first. I'm running around the city today with all the guests. I'm like your correspondent today for these.
I love it.
But I have an incredible first guest here to start off the day. I'm really excited, and she is. So are you ready? Could I introduce you? All right. We have the incredible Tony winner, Alice Ripley.
Yay, Alice!
Hi, my friends. You hold me back.
Hi.
Here's my coffee table, Eric. Hi. I voted this morning. I got in line at 6 a.m. and it's the only time when there's a line around the block in my neighborhood for the presidential election, because I was here the last time we had a big vote. What was that? The primaries? Yes. And I literally live across the street, so come over sometime.
First of all, Alex, you sound so warmed up. You've obviously been up since 6.
I got up. I think my cats woke me up at 4 today.
Poor babies. So wait, you're gonna sing for these people waiting online, and what's the plan? How are you gonna do it? What's the accompaniment? What do the songs go?
Well, Ruthie, she was so great. Ruthie, is it Fierberg? How do you say it?
Fierberg.
I don't know. I always say it wrong. I'm less dyslexic, so I see things backwards. So Ruthie had these great tracks for me. You know, I have about 5 of them, but I won't make you sit through that. I do have one that's a classic, you guys, and I know you're gonna go, wow, when you hear the lyrics again. Because it's never been more relevant, and it's 8 minutes long, so if you have to interrupt, I won't take it personally. Don't worry.
I think we're actually good, because Alice, because Lea Salonga is coming on in 10 minutes or so, so
perfect.
Take it away.
Okay, so you guys, here's a quiz. So if I say the word American is in the title, because I actually had several songs that had the
Oh my gosh!
And it's 8 minutes long. Do you know what it is now?
Of course I do. One of my favorite songs ever, Don McLean.
Don McLean. And I'll just, again, like if you guys have to take a break, it's okay. Go take a little tinkle or get a snack or whatever. It's 8 minutes, so don't worry. I won't take it personally. I'm used to people getting up and moving around. So here we go. I'm going to give it a try.
Okay.
Okay. It's very windy to the microphone, so Eric, watch that mic.
Long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. I knew if I had my chance, I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love? And do you have faith in God above? if the Bible tells you so. Now, do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. We both kicked off your shoes. I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronc and buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. We were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own in Moss Groves, fat on a rolling stone. But that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, and a voice that came from you and me. Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned. Now verdict was returned, and while Lennon read a book of Marx, the court had practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark the day the music died. We were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Then good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Moss Groves, oh shoot, what is that now? General, the fallout shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast. Landed down on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, but the jester on the sideline was in a cast. Now the halftime air was sweet perfume while the sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, oh, but we never got the chance, 'cause the players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? We were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Then good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. And there we were all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Jack Flash sat on a candlestick, 'cause fire is the devil's only friend. And as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan spell. And as the flames fly high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died. We were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Then good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store where I'd heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets, children screamed, lovers cried, and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken, and the three men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast. The day the music died, and they were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry, and good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. They were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry, and good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die.
Yes.
Yay!
Alex, you sound so good.
It was only when I lost confidence, and that's when I thought I messed up the lyrics, but I didn't mess them up. Don't you hate when you do that? But it keeps it live, you guys.
That's right.
Wait, did you sing that literally by heart? No.
Well, I have my cheat sheet right here, but I
Thank
was
you.
Would have
practicing.
never
it, you know.
known.
Is it 6 verses? Is that do
I
you
think
count?
it's
it?
six.
You literally looked down twice only the entire song.
You don't really have time. It's one of those things where you don't have time to look down. You just have to keep going. Otherwise, you're gonna lose more.
God, you sounded great.
Well, I mean,
Guys, I'm
Alice.
so happy to see you.
Look at all these comments.
you
That
so
was
much.
amazing. Gorgeous voice, gives me goosebumps. If I saw this on the street, I'd be all over joining in. It's so
Yeah,
nice.
I was
everyone-
thinking maybe I would sing
Alice.
the Star Spangled Banner at some point. The Star Spangled Banner.
Why that
I could
accent?
do it, you know.
Eric and Alice, check in later. I know you got a lot of more songs coming, and the view back of you is beautiful too. Happy voting day. We'll talk
Yes,
soon.
I have more guests for you
Love
later.
you.
Okay,
Thank you, Eric.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Our roving reporter.
Exactly.
That
I
was
love
so
it.
cool.
Oh, that was so wonderful.
I agree. I agree.
Go ahead,
And
Seth.
I agree, Josh. Incredible. It's not even 10 a.m. And that, I mean, she sounded so
Absolutely.
warmed up.
Seth, speaking of voting,
Yes.
and people who have just voted since Alice got up early, let's go to some of the people who have our viewers who have voted, who sent in pictures.
I love this.
I love it too. We have Amy from Palm Beach. Let's see. I love it.
Anne and Hannah.
Ann and Hannah, where are they from? Illinois. Goes with stories. So Diane or
Oh,
Kara,
sorry.
send us what the story is,
Yep.
and we will read it. We will have that picture on later.
We have Anthony.
Anthony, I love it.
Let me do it.
Okay, go ahead, Seth. Yeah, you
Um,
can do a little bit more.
'Cause
Go ahead.
I'm right next to it.
Yeah, go.
We have, oh, wow, and a costume, Barbara.
But see, look, if you click on the name set, that has more to it. See, she's a costume designer in New York
costume
City. That's why I was doing
designer.
that.
I
Yeah, yeah.
see.
So you have
Here's Betsy B. Oh my God, look at that great mask.
it's like, I wonder if she voted on Halloween.
I love it. Guys, keep sending your photos and you send them to
Vote
Vote.
at starsinthehouse.com. That's right. Carrie.
Oh, wow. Okay, I hope you're all in the same bubble as we say.
Yes, I'm sure
masks
that-
on, people.
Cassie from Nashville. Oh, I love it.
Wow, guys, I've never seen better skin. Brava. We have Charles M.
I voted early.
Yes, so did, and then Christy in a very severe mask. No, it's glasses. I see. Okay, I can just. That is so cool.
Oh, I think. Wait a minute.
Is that? Wait, that's not Christy. Is it?
Yes. It's our
That's our friend Christy. Oh my God.
Christy Brown. I wonder. I'm sure that's what that bee is. Isn't that amazing? It's like even with the mask and the glasses.
We love Christy.
Christy, if that's you, do a comment or email me.
Well, it's a little early in Texas. She may not be here.
That is true. She may not. Well,
Christy does our Broadway cruise like all the time. Oh my God, Christy!
oh,
so great to
I love
see you.
this is
Diane!
Diane.
Anybody who writes to starsinthehouse.com, literally, I don't know what Diane writes back, but I always see like a letter back that's like, "Thank you, Diane.
She is probably
You've helped me so much." Like,
she is probably the most popular person
Oh my
over
God.
us, over anyone at Stars. in the
people write back
House.
like 4-paragraph letters, like, "Diane, you're right, and you've calmed me down and soothed my nerves." Like, she's just. And by the way, look at her dancer's pose. That was a
That's
dancer.
right. I feel like Diane, through her pen pal situation with Stars in the House, has probably gained more friends than anyone during the pandemic. I love
Yes,
it.
and by the way, one of my favorite types of voters. This is Jenny, who voted with her rescue pup.
Where's she from? Does it say?
Look, I'll look at where it says. It says
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Brava. Ah, how wonderful. Okay, we're gonna so keep sending those photos in. We'll be showing more of them. Or if you have like a fun video, we can show that too. Hold on. How do I? Of course, I don't remember how to get rid of this. Here we go.
Hey Jonah, tell us in the private chat, is Lea Salonga coming on? If not, we can go to Marc Shaiman early.
Lea is coming on.
She's coming on, but
she's all the way in Manila.
Yes, just slept here.
Well, why don't we? Well, we can always just bring on Mark and just reverse it.
Yeah, that's fine. Marc
So,
Shaiman, you want to come on?
Marc Shaiman, I never know if you're ready to come on. You're in a state of shock. Your
He's
hand
on.
is
He unmuted himself.
okay. So always this hand is forward and it's a state of shock face. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh,
that's a bust on you, Seth.
sorry. Am I right? It's a state of shock. It's just always that's the face. Hi, Mark. It's an amazing bust on me, but it's true. Hi, Marky.
Hello.
Okay, you're soft and I'm echoing. So two
I
things
am
that are
soft.
wonderful.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go and make myself louder. Or
Aren't you
how's
like
this? How's
Your
this?
sound design?
I have a
That's
mic.
better.
That's getting better.
Better?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
I
We'll
still
see
hear a
what
little bit of an
happens when I
echo.
sing. Yeah.
Are we
is there a
on?
bad
in two-
echo?
No, it's not terrible. Wait, but I'm hearing myself. Are you like watching us on another channel?
No. But
Are we
that
on?
was-
Are we on NBC? What do you think?
I can't hear anything, but your hearing is better than mine.
my hearing's better.
You know,
are
I wonder
people-
if I should disconnect this mic and just go with the old school way I've been doing it for the last 8 months, which is no.
Well,
Oh,
Jonas says put on your headphones.
I hate headphones when I sing.
I know.
But okay.
Well,
Anyway, this is not entertaining. Let's talk about something.
Okay, so we want to show this video to entertain. This is one of our favorite clips, Marc Shaiman clips ever. How do I find the videos, honey?
go
And how's
to
this,
that,
by
go
the
to-
way? How's
Oh,
this?
I know what you're gonna
Hello.
do. Guest media.
Wait. I think it's better. Wait, ignore that. I don't know what the hell is
Lord
happening.
Metcalf is coming on later, but
But
that,
why is
I
it? Where's
don't
that?
know
Where's
why
the photo? Where's that photo
Here,
that I just
let me
clicked?
take it.
I didn't even click anything.
I know. I don't know what happened,
Hold
but
on.
there it is.
We don't know why that happened. So Marc Shaiman, we're going to show this. This is how did you meet Jennifer Lewis? You seem to be very close friends with her. How did you guys actually meet?
When we were filming Beaches, and by the way, how's the echo? Are the headphones any different?
It's not set selected. Wait, 1 second. It's not a set selected clip. It's the one that David chose.
Oh, okay. So I
what
don't know
are
where
those
that is. I don't know. You have
Okay,
to
so you
look.
stop.
Go ahead.
Sorry, how did you meet Jennifer Lewis? Go.
It was Beaches, the movie Beaches. We had the song
What?
What?
Otto Titzling. Wait, but what did she have to do with it?
We needed an actress to portray the very large-breasted woman that the song is about. And she just mimes one big operatic note. But Beth just said, oh, I know who should do it. Jennifer Lewis, because Jennifer had just been on a tour with her. So there was Jennifer the day of the filming, and we just hit it off, madly. And that was that.
Do you remember one of the first things she said to you that made you laugh?
I don't think I'm allowed to say it on this.
Oh, you know what? It's anything goes. It's anything goes day. Hi, Lou.
Oh, look, there's Lou. Well, I think she called me motherfucker, and it went on from there.
That's all it took. Well,
Yeah.
Hi, Lou. We're going to show this clip. It's one of our favorite things. It's from when you went on a trip with Jennifer Lewis.
We had to show it, Mark, even though it's not even 10 a.m. on the East Coast. We had to do it.
Where was this trip you guys went on?
It was all around the world. I hate headphones. We went around the world. Yeah. We went to South America and up through. I can't think. I've been up since 4 a.m. I literally can't think at all. But we went to Russia. We went to the Gobi Desert. We went to the whatchamacallit islands, Easter Islands. We went to Philippines, Tahiti, Iceland. And are you showing P-Bone?
Yes. Can you please give us?
sir.
How did that happen?
Well, I don't know if you're going to show the whole thing.
I think it begins. Let me see. I think it begins with the song. Let me make sure. Hold on.
In the Gobi Desert.
Oh, okay.
he
So you're going to
actually
tell the
explained
story.
it in there. Okay. So play it. Hit it, Seth.
Okay, so by the way, people watching early in the morning, I don't know what your sensibilities are like, but let me just say, this is going to wake you up. If there are children watching, this is about a pussycat.
Exactly.
In the Gobi Desert, we all rode camels.
Hold on.
There she is.
I had sex with both of them.
No, she didn't. So when we finished the camel rides, I said, "How was that, Jennifer?" And she says, I
told Mark, and I was serious because, we rode those camels and those camels hurt. So I looked over at my best friend. I said, Mark, I think I broke my pussy bone.
So that was all I needed to hear. I went back to our hut and wrote a song called My Pussy Bone Broke on the Back of a Two-Hump Camel, which we would like to perform for you now. Maybe we don't need the whole intro, Jennifer. Just go.
And that is a hard pussy bone to
listen.
break. That is not a
That's
fragile
all we
pussy
need.
bone.
That's all we need. Let's do it. Go.
Hold on. You just can't talk at the same time or else the sound's going to go away. So everybody.
My pussy bone broke on the back of a two-hump camel. This ain't no joke. I heard it crack on the back of that mammal. This ain't no time for a laugh. My pussy done broke in half. And next week we ride a giraffe. God help me in my pussy bone. I wish that camel had a microphone so I could tell the world my pussy bone broke on the back of a two-hump camel.
I don't know why the hell that just cut out at the end, but bravo.
Oh my God. Mark, your Wi-Fi's always been really great. I don't know what the hell has happened.
Is it still bad?
Yeah, it's the Russians.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to say it's
Jesus.
great, but
I mean, if you want to go on to someone else and we'll try to figure it out. We've been working on it all morning. I don't know. It's
okay, hold on.
Yeah, actually,
okay,
Lea
we'll bring you
Salonga
right
just
back.
popped on, so you try to
All
fix
right.
the Wi-Fi, and we'll see you in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Bye, boys.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so this is super early in the morning. So Marc Shaiman is one of the early showbiz people,
Right.
but we knew we had to get people in other time zones that would wake up this early. So we went as far away as we could. We went to a 13-hour time difference. Please welcome to Stars in the House for Election Day, Ms. Lea Salonga.
Hiya. Well, it's actually like 10:41 over here in the evening, so I haven't been to bed yet. So I'm just here.
Are you really
I'm in my
just gonna
pajamas though.
you're gonna
Yes.
back up into your bed right after this clip because it's like
Pretty
right
much,
back here.
yeah. Probably just watch videos and check on the news and see what's happening. I haven't looked at anything election related yet. Not yet. Like I can't. There's a part of me
Yeah.
that's a little afraid to see what's happening, but there's a part
But-
of me that feels a social obligation to do so.
I have a question. I mean, these last 4 years have been incredibly anxiety ridden here, but being from the Philippines, that's not new to you. And as I talk to Seth about it all the time, it's like being in the United States, we've actually been like in a bubble in a way because most
Right.
people around the world live with this anxiety all the time.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up with that uncertainty, and what is it like now and that anxiety? And how do you deal with it, especially being as a mom?
Yeah, I try to stay as apolitical as possible, just because it's just a much safer thing to be. But I mean, all of this is like always going to be top of mind. I mean, the vice president is somebody that I've actually had lunch with as a friend amongst other friends. So the back of my mind is always, her name is Lenny. So I'm always like, Lenny, please stay safe. Whatever you decide to do, just please stay safe. We can't afford to lose you. So there's that kind of anxiety is what goes into my head. And whenever I have even acquaintances that enter public service or old schoolmates that enter public service, the thing that always kind of enters my mind first thing is politics in this country can be very volatile, can be very dangerous. So stay safe, stay safe. I mean, the dad of one of my old classmates was killed. And I can't remember what his position was in his home province, but yeah, I think it's something that a lot of people grow up with and live with to some extent, and in different ways. And everybody in different provinces will have different experience of what politics means, of what policy means, of what certain laws will mean. There will be a part of the country that'll be like, no, we can't have that. There will be another part of the country that'll be like, oh, but we need this because this is our experience. And I'm not going to minimize or diminish anybody's experience in this country of 100 million people and a gazillion islands, each town and each city having its own unique experience. I guess it's very different in the United States, where you'll have larger clumps of the country having something in common, say with the state next to them or the town over. Yeah, so I think your experience is a little different. But then, I hear the things my husband will say, depending on who the president is. And as a family, we lean Democrat. And his Japanese side of the family tends to lean Democrat. So depending, but I mean, I'd like to think I'm objective enough that if there is a president from either side, if he's doing well and if he's doing well for the people, then I'll have really nothing to say. And if he's not doing well, then of course everybody will have something to say. But to go back to your original question, it's interesting living in a country where there's always going to be some sort of anxiety, no matter who the sitting president is. I think it's just something that all of us have learned to live with, have learned to find humor in. I mean, here's the kind of humor that we have. I'm sure you're familiar with Michael Jackson's, what is the name of that Earth song? That that one.
Yeah.
In the midst of a typhoon, the most recent one where there's like wind and rain blowing, this one guy is standing up on the roof singing that song. There's a video of it somewhere. Somebody posted it, and I couldn't help but laugh hard that someone is in the midst of a Category 4 hurricane doing this. It's like, dude, get into some shelter. But I'm so glad you did that.
Lea,
that's how we do. That's just how we do.
Are you a dual citizen? Philippines
No.
and anywhere else?
No, Philippines only. I'm a U.S. resident, so I hold a green card. I think there's this one requirement to be a citizen where you have to live in the United States for 5 years straight without going home, without leaving. I have not been able to fulfill that requirement because I go to the States, I'll live there for maybe a year, 2 years, and then I have to leave because I have to travel for work or I have to go home for whatever reason. So I think that's like the only requirement that I might need to really fulfill. But all the others, like the testing and stuff, I still haven't done all of that, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
And Lea Salonga, you've always been, I feel, performing on the West End or Broadway so often. Do you vote by mail for the Philippines when there's an election? How do you get to voting?
You can do absentee voting. You go to your consulate. I go to the Philippine consulate and I register. Like right when I arrive, I have to register to say that I will be voting from here. So for the last few elections here, whether it's for the senators, whether it's for the president, I've done it in New York because I happen to be in New York working when those elections have taken place. But yeah, it's not a difficult process. And if you go early, then, like going early in the United States, you go early, then it's not so crowded, it's not so hectic, and you're in and out of there in maybe 15 minutes.
Well, it's been a long time since you've been on Stars in the House. I feel like it was a lifetime ago. It was toward the beginning of the
but it wasn't that long ago.
I know. I know.
But just so much has changed in a lot of ways.
Exactly. How has it been? I mean, obviously in the United States, there's been a huge uptick in a lot of places. But how is it? How is it where you are?
No huge uptick. It seems to be hovering. Like our numbers were high at one point, but they've come down to sort of. Well, today it's like 1,700, around 1,700 in the entire country. Wow. Again, take note, this is a country of 100 million people. So in that context, it doesn't seem so terrible. And yeah, and so it'll hover around maybe 2,000 and something to 1,000 and something. So somewhere in there. So my thought is, well, as long as it doesn't get any worse than that, then I think we have a shot. And people here seem to be very compliant with regards to face masks and face shields. And a lot of people here try to have a little fun with that by wearing face masks with nice patterns, or there are visual artists that are selling face masks with their artwork on it. People are enterprising in that way. And I mean, I have a Darth Vader and Stormtrooper face shield sitting here in my house. My daughter, I think, is getting the biggest kick out of it, even though she, by law, has not really been able to go out except maybe to a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment. That's it. Wow. She's not able to go out for recreational purposes. It was like, if you're under the age of 20, you can't go out, but now they've lowered it to 15, and she's 14, so she's like right under there. But she and her friends have been able to figure out ways to stay engaged with one another and have fun. Besides doing online classes for her school. She's dealing with it well. She's able to find ways to keep herself entertained. But yeah, I'm sure that all of our immune systems are shot because we've not been able to interact with other people to make our immune systems stronger. But we're doing the best that we can, I guess. I like to think that everybody is just doing what they are able to, given the circumstances.
It sounds like there's basically much more of a lockdown there than there is here. What are the rules in the Philippines right now?
Some restaurants are open. There's no indoor dining for the most part. A table for 4 has turned into a table for 2, and you can't sit in front of one another unless I think you have a shield. And there are some people that have their own. They make their own and they bring them to wherever they go.
Right.
There's a lot of outdoor dining available. I mean, my friends and I, we were able to do that. And it was good to be able to socialize face to face. And of course, we followed all the rules and we have our hand sanitizer on hand. And all of us are okay. And you have to fill out a health declaration the minute you sit down at a restaurant. Every person has to fill one out to say, I know for sure I do not have any symptoms of COVID-19. And I guess that's one way to contact trace, because then there's a QR code that you have to scan into your phone. And it's like touchless menus. You don't touch the menu at all. You can download the menu of this restaurant via your smartphone, and you look at the menu on your phone, and then you call somebody over, and then they'll take your order, and they're also in the shields, and they're also wearing masks, and they serve everything at the one end of the table, and then they go, and then you have to serve yourself once everything has been put down. So people are finding ways to exist over here, and stores are open, but there's a limit to how many people can be inside a store at one time. People can still do their groceries, but if there's enough people in the grocery, then they have to line up outside and maintain distancing. And then when somebody leaves, then somebody else can go in. And I think people have been able to adjust. But I know that there are places in the country that are just, shoulder to shoulder packed still, because it's just the way that it is in certain parts of the city. So there's really nothing anybody can do. Right. But those who are able to distance, they're doing it, as far as I know.
Sure.
Okay, so before you go, I wanted to recreate this fun moment. So I have a concert series every Sunday, and Lea.
Yes, I know.
Lea was one of my people. Lea was one of my first guests. We literally did a live concert with her in Manila and me in New York. And
actually, I realized
I don't know how we did that.
Done a show at 9 a.m. It's with Lea.
I was at 9. It was 9 a.m. in the morning, so people could watch,
It
and
was
she was
9
awake.
p.m. for me. Yeah.
So Lea was mentioning how when she got Aladdin, I asked, what was your audition song for when you got Princess Jasmine for Aladdin?
It was Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid.
And I was like, I know that. By the way, I didn't quite know it, but we kind of tried to do it. Here we are in concert. This was totally off the cuff.
Off the cuff, unrehearsed, and we did it. And it turned out to be one of the sweetest, most fun moments of the concert. It was just one of those things that literally just happened. And it was so fun.
It was really fun. Here, this is you singing. I don't quite know all the chords, but you made it through.
Exactly.
Yeah, have a listen.
What is it?
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you'd think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you won't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down a, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend the day warm on the sand? Betcha on land they understand, but they don't reprimand their daughters, bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Asking my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Love to explore that shore up above, out of the sea. Wish I could be part of that world.
She got the job.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that was so great.
Thank you,
Lea,
for joining us in your PJs.
Sure, absolutely. It's always a good time.
Back right up into that bed and go to sleep.
Okay.
We'll see you again.
Good
Bye,
night, you
Lea.
guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. How great was that? Let's go a little bit closer than Manila. Westchester, wherever you are. Here's the lovely Mr. Marc Shaiman.
Hello.
Hi, Mark and Lou.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yes, better.
Can you
I hear
see
both
us?
of you clowns. Mark, we need something musical for Election Day. Can you haul something out for us? You've got a piano there. You've got that lovely voice. You've got Lou for backup singing.
Yeah, this morning at 4 a.m. I was thinking of the most turgid songs to match my mood. But then I thought of this one. It's from a show that Scott Whitman and I wrote called Catch Me If You Can, and I'm going to sing it and dedicate it to you, Seth and James. I had
Aw.
now it's usually about 2 little mice. I switched it to 3 because one of them has to die. So I had to have you 2 still alive. So it's very au courant. I had to change all the he's to they. So it's very up to the minute.
No backup singing.
Yeah. So this is really to say thank you to you guys for what you have been doing these past, how long has it been? 8 months?
Since March, whatever that is.
Whenever that is.
You've been here almost every week, so bravo to you two.
Here we go. Can you hear the piano? 3 little mice of great renown fell in some milk, and one proceeded to drown. The other 2 were still the toast of the town, 'cause they made butter out of cream. They looked around, deduced their plight, said this is no way to spend a Saturday night. They had the style to make things right, so they make butter out of cream. They kicked their legs up, they tossed and turned, so not to end up a ghost. They did the hokey pokey till the cream was churned. Then, baby, they walked right out and buttered their toast. Now they're on top, for goodness sakes. Yeah, they're the big cheese up at Land O'Lakes. They're living proof that, kids, all it takes is a scheme. So if you land in the gutter, just make butter out of cream. So think of those 2 and life's the pits. They're helping us all at the end of our wits. They know the key to life is that it's what you dream. So if lemons clog your sink up, don't just stand around and scream. Spike some lemonade and drink up, and make butter out of cream. Just make butter out of cream. I'll make butter out of cream.
Yay!
Yay, Marc Shaiman. Yay, Lou, for smiling. Very sweet. Yay, Tom Wopat, for originating it. That was so great, Mark. And thank you for not making one of us die. We appreciate it.
Yes, it was my pleasure.
Hey, why don't you stay here? Because we're bringing on one of your friends.
Okay.
Please welcome one of your pals who've also written for the brilliant Ms. Andrea Martin. Andrea Martin.
Hi, Andrea.
Oh my God. Everything makes me cry. I can't. Mark and Lou sitting there, and everybody's close and yet so far away. Literally, all I do is cry. Oh my God, so full of emotion. And it's 10 a.m. Okay. That was great, Mark.
Thank you, Lady Redbags.
Now, Andrea, when we do game night, you do not look like this.
No, I've got full makeup on. And by the way, way too much whitener under my eyes because I don't have a makeup artist or a hairdresser. I'm just doing it by myself. And I can't really see. And then I'm in the mirror in the bathroom. I got contacts. I can't because I need new prescriptions, but who dares to go to the eye, all that. And then I just saw myself and I'm like, well, what is this? Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I think you look fabulous.
You look amazing.
What I did for love, what I did for love.
Okay, so 2 things. Andrea, since Paul Castry is watching, and because I don't think Marc Shaiman knows this story, please tell this. Basically, Mark, I'll give the preface. Andrea was trying out for their Playing Our Song in the 70s and had to sing that song, Does the Man Make the Music or Does the Music Make the Man? Andrea, what happened?
Well, I just come to New York, and so it was a big audition. I don't think I'd ever auditioned for a Broadway show, so I made an appointment with a singing teacher who I didn't know, but I got a recommendation, and she said, "Make sure that you open the vowel when you get to music, so it's not strident and you really open it." So okay, thank you for the tip, and so I got on stage and I sang confidently. Does the man make the music or does the music make the man. I should have done it a little higher. It would have been funnier. Let me try that. Does the man make the music?
We are so obsessed with music.
By the way, really true. It's slightly exaggerated. Didn't get the part.
Okay, speaking of Andrea, this is not you singing high. This is you singing low. Here's one of my favorite clips. This is Andrea McArdle in Annie when she comes back to the cast 20 years later, starring Andrea Martin.
When the musical Annie opened on Broadway in the early 70s, a little girl won the hearts of millions. Her name was Andrea McArdle.
Tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow.
Now she's back with the original cast in the longest-running road show in history. Annie.
It's a hard knock life for me. It's a hard knock life for me.
Yes, nobody can do it like Andrea McArdle. She's bigger and better than ever. She brings new maturity to the role that began 15 years ago.
Don't it feel like the wind is always... Don't it feel like there's no...
What are you looking for?
You know, I think I just have like 10 comedy bits that I keep recycling. Because isn't music like same thing?
Is that a treated? Mark is red-faced.
Oh my God, guys, we go back. It's amazing.
Andrea,
yeah.
This, as we're telling our viewers, this is still a fundraiser for the Actors Fund, and we got a couple of donations in that I just forwarded you. Can you read them on your phone, from your phone?
I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Hello, love. You know what I thought? I don't know if this is possible, but if every person tuning in could literally just send $10, I think that would be, it's not a lot of money. I know people are struggling, but if everybody sent $10 in, that would be, I think, a significant amount to send to the Actors Fund. So,
sorry, I don't know what the heck happened. Hold on. Andrea, you know what? You're reminding me, though, because I forgot to say this at the very beginning. Right. Jonah Verdon made these posters that if everyone who donates $100 will send you a poster. Seth and I will sign them. And Andrea, Mark, will you sign them?
Yeah, of course.
And so anyone who donates $100 or more, we'll do that. I completely
send
forgot
an email with your address. Obviously, send the receipt and your address, and we'll send it to you. Oh my God, Jonah Verdon, those posters are great.
Yeah, Jonah did an amazing job.
Mark, we spelled your name wrong. We also forgot to put it on, but it's fine. It's fine.
Hold on, I'm looking at the S. Marc Shaiman. Marc Shaiman, right there.
Okay,
right between Glenn Scarpelli and Martin Short. There you go. Andrea Martin on there. We got to make sure Andrea's on there. I see
Don't
Sean
worry
Hayes.
about me, dear. I'm just a small cog in the wheel of entertainment.
Andrea, you're right next to one of your former co-stars, Terrence Mann.
Ah, I love Terrence. Let me read this.
Go.
Donations. 1, Michelle, New Jersey, $250. Thank you, Seth and James, for sustaining this platform over all these months to support. How do I not see that? Does it go on?
Yes.
Hold on.
Open up the whole thing.
Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So this is Michelle, New Jersey, $250. Thank you, Seth and James, for sustaining this platform over all these months to support this community. This is from Shira from Toronto, $35. This donation is in honor of everyone who, under impossible circumstances, is canvassing, phone banking, working the polls, just crying all the time, and turning out to vote for this election, sending lots of love and hope from Canada. He is praised twice, St. Augustine. Ben from Pennsylvania, $25. And thank you to all of the poll workers, of people keeping voters safe, the volunteers, and everyone, good God, who has voted to help our country get back to some semblance of kindness and compassion, something Broadway and the arts have always stood for. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Vote. Wow. So much goodness in the world.
Yes, there is.
Oh, that's lovely.
We love our Stars in the House viewers.
Hey, we love when our favorites are friends. Marc Shaiman, do you remember meeting Andrea Martin? How did you guys become pals?
I was, getting in with like Marty Short and from SNL through Marty, I think begat. Oh, I did with Marty, Women of the Night. It was a HBO. That's where Marty and I wrote for a young Ellen DeGeneres. Give her laughter and applause, for volume will egg her on. Please welcome Ellen DeGeneres. And then Andrea was the host the next year, right, Andrea?
I was a host. Do you know the amazing people that were on it? Joy Behar was a guest. From Curb Your Enthusiasm, Susan. Can't remember.
Susie Essman.
Susie Essman. Adam Sandler was one of the guests one year. I mean, there were on all those comedy nights. I don't know. There were 1 hour specials. Women of the Night was one, and then I think you and I did it, Mark. It was from the Comedy Store, and there were great comics. Yeah.
And the day Andrea came over to my house, so when we met for the first time, I had this scary little house in the middle of Laurel Canyon in the woods. And when I opened the door to let her in, a bird had hit the front door and was lying dead on the front stoop, which I think means very bad omens for bad things, but luckily not good.
Yeah.
We at least got through the gig.
Yes.
Oh my God. Hey, to cheer you up, I have another clip. That's one of my other favorite Andrea Martin clips. Andrea, this is like your most glamorous playing the beautiful
Sophia Loren.
Sophia Loren. 1, 2, 3.
To me, being a woman is many things. It's laughing and exploring life, making mistakes instead of playing it safe. I want to do everything with a passion. That's how I feel about my life. And that's how I feel about my bath oil. Sophia. For generations, Italians have been using olive oil as a natural skin softener. That's why I'm introducing Sophia bath oil. 100% olive oil from southern Italy, where the oil is good and thick. Sophia, when passion means more than just having a bath. Sophia, the man in your life will love you for it.
Sophia!
Sophia, bathe in it with passion. Sophia, it's good oil.
Is it wrong that I'm like, it was so many years ago, but that I'm laughing? Like, I'm laughing like it's another person doing it. It was a funny bit.
I love that. I love that you can watch it and not. So many people are neurotic. Like, I hate watching myself. I love that you can appreciate how hilarious that is.
It was so many years ago, right? And I don't know if it was something I did last year. I don't know if I'd be so forgiving, but yeah.
You walking on that oil that looked like crazy dangerous. Was that actually oil you were walking on?
Anything for a laugh, Seth.
I'm very impressed.
Anything.
And what about that older guy? Did he really do that backflip?
He did. I don't remember who that was, but I think he must have been a stunt person. Yeah, he did.
Holy cow. By the way, someone is watching us. Hello from France.
Wow.
Nadège Vignol. Vote.
I love it. You know what I'm doing this Sunday? I'm starting, I lived in France for a couple of years. And then, of course, I work with those beautiful French acrobats on Pippin. And so then it renewed my interest. I studied at the Sorbonne because I forgot it after all these years. And it renewed my interest to perfect my French. And so I'm doing this course on live lingua. And I speak to a French person on Sunday. It's our first. Why, do you know that?
No,
he
I want
wants
to
to do
start.
that
I want to
during-
commencer. Is it good?
Sunday is my first course class with her. It's a trial class, and if I like it, she's in France, and we Skype for half an hour, and it's all. I don't really know how her method of teaching, but it's under the banner of Live Lingua. I hope it's good because now I've just advertised them. But my sister's doing it. My sister's doing it with Spanish in Canada, and so yeah, I'm excited about it.
I'm going to do, I remember basing a phrase because you're good at French. And I remember we were in Montreal together at Just for Laughs. And I remember you were looking for the toilet and you were like, où se trouve le toilette? And I was like, what an interesting way to ask that. And then I was looking for a friend and I was like, où se trouve Paul? And everyone was like, où se trouve? Like, that's not what you say for a person, I guess, right? You don't say où se trouve?
No.
I was so mortified because I was like, Andrea says to do it this way. I was like, où se trouve Paul? They were like, no, dear. Anyway, turns out you're not so good.
Well, look at this.
What is this?
Greetings from Mexico. Hoping history will be changed today. I love people watching from all over.
And Ann Harada just texted me, Andrea Martin. She's in Vancouver doing a new TV show. Tell Andrea our cast just watched Black Christmas in her honor.
Wow. You know what? A little bit of trivia that we shot the Black Christmas 2 is she in Vancouver?
Yes.
Yeah. So we shot the original one in Toronto, but the remake, whatever they call it, the sequel, many years later, was shot in Vancouver. Just a little
bit. So, Lou, look how handsome you look. Is your hair always that stunningly styled?
No, I just got out of the shower a little while ago.
He needs to take that course. He's a Puerto Rican who doesn't speak a word of Spanish.
No.
Okay. Do you have any interest in learning it?
Oh, you can't hear.
I can hear.
Oh. Yeah. Do you have any interest in learning Espanol?
I've tried, just haven't been dedicated enough.
You mean to tratar de aprender? Anybody? Nobody.
Wow.
Showing off. And it doesn't really make sense what I just said. No. By the way, love you, Andrea Martin, Edith Prickly, forever, baby. Okay, are we showing a clip? We're going to Jenna.
I think we're going to Jenna, I think.
Okay, Andrea.
Oh, actually, we may even have a viewer. We have Dr.
Oh, no,
Lapook
we have Dr.
and his
Lapook.
mask.
Actually, we're in the right order.
So Mark and Lou and Andrea, we love you.
Love you all, guys. Look at that. Edith Prickly. Good God.
Forever.
Listen, thank you. Thank you for today. What a great way to spend the day positively and with hope and of purpose, as opposed to just being an abject terror. But anyway, it's a great thing. And thank you, guys. Love you all. I'll talk to you soon.
Giuseppe, I look at this. Loving the show in London.
Wow.
Hey from Portugal. So thank you, everybody.
God. Amazing. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, Andrea. Bye, Mark.
All right.
Please
Stars in
welcome
the
to the
House
stage.
Would not be complete without our chief medical correspondent, Dr. John Lapook.
Hey, guys.
Dr. Lapook, how many masks are you wearing right now?
Can you believe you mean psychological or physical? When I go to see my patient, I'm literally seeing patients like this. This is how I see them.
That's safe. You're
That is
safe,
safe.
man.
But this is my medical office. You've never been here before.
We have not.
No,
But,
thankfully.
This is my pictures of my diplomas, my pictures of Africa,
Wow.
and my pictures of my parents, which I have up here.
Oh, your Dr. Dad. By the way, speaking of pictures, I've never seen a clearer picture. What kind of phone are you using? It's stunning.
The 11, the iPhone 11. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. We're in a full haze. You have unbelievable. So
Well,
what's happening? What's happening today, patient-wise? Can you break some boundaries and give us some information we're not supposed to know?
Oh yeah, let me give you some names and addresses, and then medical information. No, I actually thought I was going to be on 10 p.m. as you know, and so now it turns out it's 10 a.m. and I actually have a patient who is patiently.
Oh,
said
we
he
don't
could,
want to.
he could wait. No, he said he could wait a minute. I just talked to him, and now I'm about to go examine him. But I did want, when I got the text from David, I wanted to weigh in and just say what a day for the country. And here's my metaphor that I came up with a couple of days ago, or that I thought of, which is this is like a stress test for the country. But it's a stress test of a patient who's going in with a 50% blockage in the major arteries. And, you know, we hope we survive. You know, we hope that the patient doesn't drop dead. We hope the patient survives. I expect the patient to survive, whichever side you're on. I expect the patient to survive. But after this, the patient is still going to have a 50% blockage of the major arteries of the heart. And we've got to heal. I know this sounds so corny, but we really have a lot of work to do after this election, one way or the other, and we've got to start healing. In terms of the pandemic, it's you heard Tony Fauci go full. You know, things couldn't be worse. We're not set up at all for the next few months. We're on fire around the country, and we've got to just redouble our efforts. We've got to change something. Always change a losing strategy.
So 2 things I want to say. First of all, my sister loves you. Dr. Lapook, we love you. Thank you for leading us all this time. That's from Nancy. And then we have an actual viewer question from one of our regular viewers. Dr. Lapook, I've been invited to participate in AstraZeneca COVID trial vaccine. Should I?
Yeah, well, I of course, I'm never going to give medical advice, but I will say I appreciate everybody who does participate. I think people do need to be part of these trials. You've got to read it from top to bottom, look at all the risks and the benefits, and talk to your doctor about it. But I do favor participating in these trials if you can do it. And we need people of all, every part of life. We need people who are older and younger, and Black and Latinx and Pacific Islanders and Native Americans. We need to get as diverse a population as possible. So, yeah, if it makes sense for you medically, I think it's a great thing to do.
All right. So Seattle Sue, you heard that answer.
John, before you go to your patient, any words of wisdom from your father-in-law, the great Norman Lear, today?
He's been very he's had all these poignant moments where he's been thinking about World War II and the more than 50 missions that he flew in Europe, in the European theater, to try to help do his part to keep America safe so that we could be voting today. And I've got to say that he is an amazing person. He gets the big picture, but it's all about being able to vote, being able to go out there. Anybody who is listening to this who has not voted yet. Kate and I waited 3 hours and 15 minutes to vote on Wednesday. And at the end, the person at the ballot said, "Look," it said, "your ballot has been counted." And I literally teared up.
Yeah.
It was thrilling. And we can't just, we have to participate in our democracy if we want the democracy to work. So I think that's what Norman would say.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Ghost. Is your patient sedated, waiting for surgery? Go do it.
No, I told him it'll be a minute because I'm doing this, but he's patiently waiting, and I'm going to go see him right now.
All right. Well, tell him thank you for his patience, and thank you, John. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Dr. Lapook. Bye. Okay, now we're gonna. By the way, his lighting was stunning in a doctor's office.
Seth is very upset that the lighting is so
look
bad.
just
Andrea
like
Martin,
white.
Andrea's still there. Andrea, come on for 1 second.
Here,
before we have
Andrea,
Jenna.
tell us what looks better. So, what
Andrea, we need your help because
look how white and like washed out we look.
Do we look really washed out?
So,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn off some stuff here. You want to? Okay, James is gonna do it. So look, here's me.
Do you have LED lights at all? I think that's.
We have like fancy quote unquote ring lights that Brian Stokes Mitchell sent us, but also sabotage style. I don't know if that's gonna do something, you think, Jimmy? I think it's that's a little bit better. Is that better to have it off? I think it's better, yeah. It's much less washed out. Yes, now you can see my handsomeness.
And you're gonna be on the show later.
Yes, Stokes.
Wait, that was good too. You just put a little bit of light there.
Okay, now James, maybe you sit down. Wait. What did you just do?
Let me see.
We're not used to doing the show at 9 a.m. when there's
I'm going to bring
natural light.
Jenna. I see you commenting. Here comes British star, Olivier Award winner, Jenna Russell, to give us comments. She's nodding. Hi, Jenna.
Hello.
Hello, love.
Calling.
Hello, love. I'm so happy.
How are you, Andrea?
You're fabulous. How great. Oh, my
lovely
gosh.
to see you.
Oh, wonderful. All right, I'm going to let you guys go.
Okay. All right, bye, Andrea Martin. So you like this better now, right, Jenna Russell?
You look gorgeous. I'm worried about my lighting now.
No, it's fine. No,
It's
actually,
fine.
your lighting is good. It kind of cuts off halfway through, but your face is good.
Jenna Russell, there's so much to talk about, but we have to talk about with the West End and Broadway being in this horrible predicament, and
because you guys shut down again, right?
Yeah, we were just starting to do socially distanced theatre and live streaming. Things were just being set up. I think shows like Jamie, everyone's talking about Jamie. A few Les Mis, a couple of shows were just about to open mid-November, and we've gone into a second lockdown. People can rehearse. You can go to rehearsals, but whether you'll be able to be in the show opening it up again is up for debate. They're saying at the moment, they're saying that everything is going to be like a short lockdown and will be back up and running 2nd of December.
So
the
so
government
Jenna,
here
like-
is trying to save Christmas.
So Jenna, like Six and Jamie, so it's not that they've been canceled, but they have been postponed.
Oh, everything. We've had no theatre at all since March. So
Right.
everything stopped. Everything that was planned stopped. All the shows closed down. All the sets have been put in storage. The theatres are just empty with skeleton staff. And you're in the same boat, I guess. So it's just very tricky. It's very tricky. And some theatres have tried to reopen using like a socially distanced model. And I did like a live concert with lovely Dan Evans. Remember Dan, who did Sunday in the Park with me in New York? He now runs Chichester Festival Theatre, which is one of our biggest theatres. He's the artistic director. And we did a Sondheim celebration on Sunday. And he had just started previews for a play in the main house there. They opened on Monday and they close tomorrow because of everything. So it's hard.
If stuff is locked down, by the way, we do look really pink. That's what Paul Casher said. If stuff is locked down, how can you rehearse? Don't you guys just have to you have to social distance? Like how come you're allowed to rehearse?
Well, when we work over here, like TV, I'm just about to start a TV job, and I guess they must do the same in America. You have to self-isolate for 2 weeks. You have to have COVID test every few days. I did an online thing where we rehearsed via Zoom for 3 weeks. It was a theatre job, title of show, which we were emailing each other about, the glorious title of show. So we Zoomed every day at 3 o'clock. Till 3 o'clock every day. And we would, when it came to the singing bits, it was just a nightmare. But we just made sound at each other. Then we had 2 days in a room together with masks on, but socially distanced. And we filmed it all at the London Coliseum, socially distanced.
Wow. So now you're locked down. So
that's going on over here. That's the kind of work that's going on.
Right.
So, we're having everybody watch all day long to try to de-stress. So I wanted to tell some of my favorite Jenna Russell stories. So my first one that I love, they're actually both Les Mis related. So my first one is Jenna was in Les Mis for a long time. She was a Fantine, but she's also one of those annoying actresses that tries to make the role her own. So please discuss Fantine's death and the bizarre choice you made.
Well, I thought it was a very good, and it worked for me, Seth, quite a long time. It worked okay. But no, I decided in Fantine's death that it would be super dramatic, that I would be poised at the end of the bed. Tell Cosette I love her and I see her when I wake. And I would die, but I would die with my eyes open. But I hadn't thought this through. That of course there's Javert and Valjean's "And I am warning you, Javert," and this whole big fight sequence, and I was just staring into blackness, and my eyes were watering, and I was looking more and more manic. It was agony. It was agony, and I thought, oh, please, someone have pity on me and just do the thing, you know, the.
Oh, you want someone to just close your eyes?
Yeah, like, please, Valjean, in a moment of pity, just do that. We discussed it, and he did do that eventually.
It wasn't part of the blocking. Idiot.
Yeah, but British actors, we like to mess things up a bit. We in that show anyway. In those days, it was a long time ago, Seth. When I was.
It was also a very long running show. So, so speaking of long running, here's my other favorite Les Mis story. Before you go, you're in Les Mis. You are the understudy for Eponine, and you never go on for the role. How much time then passes?
Okay, so I did it. I was understudy Eponine for 3 months. I only did the show for 3 months. And then 3 years later, and I never got on.
3 years later.
I get a phone call before the matinee on some random Saturday saying, "Hi, Jenna, it's the company manager here. We're just wondering, are you free today? We might possibly have to call you in." I was like, "Oh, yeah, to do what?" They said, "To play Eponine." I went, "Oh, right. What's happened?" They said, "Well, the girl who's playing the role is off on holiday. The first cover has got really bad abscess on her tooth, and she's rung up and she's in a lot of pain. And the second cover's off." I said, "Well, who's the first cover?" And they told me it was. I thought, she ain't going off. That girl is doing the show. So I said, "Well, yeah, I'm available." They said, "Well, look, we're going to let the girl do the matinee and see how she fares. So give us a ring later on." So me and my mum met up in London. It was the days before the mobile phone, Seth. And we went off, had a little wander around Oxford Street. Then we went to a pub, and I'd ordered half a pint of lager, and so had she. And we were just sat down in the pub, just about to drink my half pint of lager. I thought, oh, better ring the company office and check. I'll check in with them. So it was about 6:30. Show goes up at 7:30. So I get my money in the payphone. "Hello, it's Jenna Russell here, just checking in." Yeah, you're on. I'm on. Okay, I'll just jump in a cab. So I just ran back to Mum. I said, "Terribly sorry, Mum, I'm gonna have to go. I'm on." Jumped in a cab, turned up. They threw on a costume. They didn't have a wig, so I just had my own hair. Did all the Francis Raphael kooky little bit of dirt, all the dirt bits. I don't know how I remembered it, but I remembered it. I think music never leaves you, but it was hilarious. And all the cast, Seth, looked the same. It was a completely different cast, but I kept thinking, because everyone had the same costumes, and at that show, you know, if there's a red-headed guy, then they cast a red-headed guy. So I kept wandering around backstage going, "Oh, hello." And it wasn't any of the people I thought.
Idiot. Wait, but how brilliant that you never went on, and yet you had somehow memorized it 3 years before, and it just remained.
I bet you could go on and do Disaster tomorrow.
I could do Disaster, but I couldn't do Title of Show, which I
couldn't either, and I only did that 2 weeks ago. Maybe something like Les Mis, or I don't know. Maybe as well is because it's music and there's no speaking, is there?
Oh, interesting. There are no lines. You're right, because I would remember all the songs from Title of the Show. It's the lines that are hard, but the singing is not hard. But Eponine not only has to be Eponine, she also has to be in At the End of the Day, and she has to be like a pea picker at the beginning. Don't you have all those other roles besides Eponine?
They were just shoving me around. Everyone was just shoving.
And weren't you scared, like doing On My Own and the death scene? Like the whole show is riding on you.
Not at all. It felt really nice. It was funny. And now I'm all alone again, wandering down with my little coat. I was like, "Oh, I'm home." It was lovely. No, that show, once it's in your veins, never leaves you. I think.
And then what happened at the? Did you do it as a benefit? Did they pay for the week? What did they pay?
They gave me 200 quid in a white envelope, in a little envelope. They went, there you go, girl. Off you go.
Unmarked bills? That's so funny. All right, Jenna Russell, so lovely to see you. Thank you for checking in from London town.
My pleasure. Lovely to. And my little girl, Betsy, sends love to both you and James.
How old is little Betsy now?
She's 11.
So
and
sweet.
Seth, do you want to see what I've been doing in lockdown?
Yes.
You're going to love this. Hang on.
Well, wait.
Staunch.
It's cross-stitch staunch.
It's cross stitch. And I got this one here, but I'll bleep out the swear word.
Stay the F home. Okay, wait. Stay the F home is so locked down, and your other one is dedicated to Great Gardens, which you starred in. How did you get the design to cross-stitch it? Who does the designs?
This one, I found the design. This was a free design. The sweary one was a free design. I've been looking for subversive cross-stitch. It's kept me going. And this one is by, they're called 8 Stitch North. And that's their design, or I'll keep moving it around. But the words, the dog is going mad. The words were different, but I just thought it should say staunch.
Oh, I love it. So it was the Great Gardens pattern, and then you added the Great Gardens phrase staunch. You were like the Elaine Page, how Elaine Page was, you know, she's starting Cats, and also be to Anything Goes. Any Broadway female leading role that comes to London, you are the star of. I just love it. You just high soprano, belt, like what comedy, you do every role.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you to say. But we all love our profession, don't we? And we miss it. We miss it so much. We miss it so much. And goodness me, we're all going through such strange old times. But I know most of the theatre community over here are sending love to America. And like you've said before, whichever way you vote, just vote. I mean, we're so lucky we can vote. And good luck. And I hope everyone gets the result they want. But if they don't get the result they want, that everyone is nice and calm and kind of realizes we're all the same, and we all just want to be heard and loved, So good luck to everyone.
Be as calm as you were when you went on for Eponine with no rehearsal. Thank you, Ms. Russell.
Lovely to speak to you. I'll speak to you very soon.
Call blimey.
Call blimey, mate. Hey, it's a cab governor.
You still got it. Oh my God, hilarious. That was the lovely Jenna Russell checking in from London. James got a light because we have
Andrea Martin, because this is a light.
I look like an old drunk now because I'm completely red faced. And by the way, I don't even drink. I hate alcohol. But this lighting has made me like I'm going through the DTs.
God. Okay, bring on Adam. Adam will understand if I'm like literally fixing the light behind him.
The lovely Adam Pascal.
Then Blake Ross is going to come on.
I can't tell if Adam is drinking or if he's frozen. Adam, I think you're frozen. Yes, Adam, you're frozen.
Oh, well, let's in the meantime while Adam unfreezes up, show some
a clip.
No, show some great voter pictures.
Okay.
And show the nice poster that Jonah made.
Okay, so I go to what?
Looking for
What is it
all that.
called?
We have to thank everyone that starts in the house. Jen Weiss, Kara Serber. Kara Serber
has
like this would not be happening.
Kara Serber Kara had to email every single person, and there were like 1 million people doing today and schedule. And it's not like the first time she gave they were available. So it's back and forth emails to schedule everybody. And by the way, Kara's on a schedule. Kara's an amazing actress.
Yes.
So just out of the goodness of her heart, she did this. So thank you, Kara Serber. Get back to acting
Jen
ASAP.
Weiss, Jonah Burden, David
Katz,
Margie Burden, Cecily Premise,
Paul Castry, who's watching
Paul
right now.
who's helping us right now. So that because this part, he's like getting 50 minutes from this 3 hours, the first 3 hours, to go on Sirius XM today at 4:00. So if you're in the car at 4:00, this is any day. Stars 109, Stars in the House. So Seth, do you want to show some
pictures?
Some pictures?
Yes.
And I know that I've forgotten some people. Who else? Everyone from.
I know. My God, Aaron, Cicely.
Aaron Hartley. Yes, thank you.
Cicely, so, and of course, Margie Verdon, of course, Blake Ross,
who's going to be on in a few minutes.
So listen, everyone that's been voting today, send in your photo to vote@starsinthehouse.com, and we would love to see. This is where my sister
Where
used
did
to live.
we leave off, Seth?
We left.
We saw Christy.
Yeah, we saw Christy.
So I don't.
Oh well, this of course I love this name because it reminds me of Cassie from Chorus Line. This is Cassie from Nashville.
We showed her. We
Okay,
showed
well, off
them,
my back.
and then we were at Christy. and
Okay,
then
so how about Elise? Car voting is.
What does it say?
She wrote, car voting is everything.
Oh, wow. So
wow, that's safe.
Wow.
We have Greg in California. Thank you, Greg, for voting.
Yeah.
Wow, I love it. He's a pirate voter.
I love it.
With an iPad.
Let's show one more because I think Blake is on. We can bring her on.
And this is where my sister Nancy used to live. This is Jan in Virginia Beach. Thank you, Jan, for voting.
Great.
Keep sending those photos, people, and don't forget to vote. Don't be so distracted by our amazingly entertaining show that you actually forget to vote.
All right, Adam, hold on for 1 second because we got Blake Ross, who's working the polls in New York. We're going to bring her on for a
poll worker Blake Ross and co-producer. Hi, Blake.
I'm actually a scanner inspector. That's my official title.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what is that, Blake?
I inspect the scans. I make sure that people scan their ballots correctly.
Do you correct it if they're not voting for the right person?
I do not. You're not allowed to do that.
Just trying to
But
test you.
yes, no, I'm a very good scanner inspector, Seth. You know me.
Wait,
I'm
I
right
love
on
that
top of it.
you've gone from show business to doing. What's it like to go to this poll working job?
You know what? It's we were here at 5 a.m. and we're working till 10 p.m. and you get 2 breaks. But you know, I'm very pleased to do my civic duty, whatever can get the votes in and out. It was super busy in the morning. Now it's like starting to peter out a little bit, but then, you know, once people are done with work, I feel like it'll pick up again. But it's awesome. I'm seeing it's my polling place too. So I'm seeing a lot of my neighbors, and it's really a nice feeling. You know, usually on election day, it's like a hopeful day. And then I thought today just would be like, who knows what it would be like, but it does feel really hopeful, and it's really nice to vote. It's been actually a good 5 a.m. wake up call.
It sounds healing. That's what I hear in your voice, that it's healing.
Yeah, it's, you know what? It's been, it's this whole election period, as I'm sure you guys are talking about, has been just so crazy and filled with a lot of vitriol and what have you. But today is the day, and I think people are ready to like get their vote in, make it count, and just like see where we stand, right? So
yeah,
it's a good day. I like to think that it's a good day, and here till 10 p.m. So talk to you at 10 p.m. But yeah, everything's working smoothly down in Battery Park, PS 89. If you're down here, come say hi to the scanner inspector.
I love it. All right, Blake, go enjoy the rest of your break, and thank you for doing
Love
that.
you guys. Thanks.
All right, love you.
Vote-A-Thon. Bye.
Yes, bye, Blake. All right, I think he's Seth on, and with a different device. Please welcome our friend Adam Pascal.
Hey guys, good morning.
Hi, Adam.
Hi. Yeah, sorry, I was having some technical issues, so I had to switch to my phone. So I'm now talking to you on my phone.
It actually really works.
Oh, good, great.
When Kara said, "Oh, Adam's going to come on at 10:30," I'm like, "Wait a minute, 10:30 his time or our time?" And she was like,
I love you guys, but I would not come on at 7:30 in the morning. I'm sorry. But I'm in New York City. I'm actually working, and so I'm here on New York time. So.
Are you having to quarantine?
I am. I'm in quarantine right now as we speak.
For a job that's coming up?
For a job that is currently happening. I'm just doing a couple of days. It's a movie for Netflix. I'm just doing a couple of days on the movie, but I have to quarantine for 2 weeks to shoot for 2 days.
Wow. Yeah, Judy Kuhn is going to be on in about an hour or so, and she's filming something soon, and she's quarantining. And I said, "Where are you quarantining?" In New York. I mean, she lives in New York, but they're quarantining her in Brooklyn.
She might be on the same thing that I'm on.
Oh.
Which I'm not. I'd rather not say what that is, but she might be on the same. She might be on the same thing I'm on.
Adam, you look so handsome. What's with those glasses? Are those real, or is that just Tina Fey doing Weekend Update?
No, thank you for saying so. No, these are my fucking. Oops, sorry. The these are my I just turned 50 glasses.
He's got those. Is it for like reading glasses?
Yeah, for reading and general seeing.
There you go.
So hold on. Did I ask you this? Have you, because you're California based, did you vote in California before you left?
I did. I voted weeks ago. Yeah, we did. We dropped off our mail-in ballots. We did it weeks ago.
So I have a clip to show as soon as it's uploaded, but I want you, just because this is an entertaining day, I would love for you to tell one of my favorite stories about the voiceover that you did for like a whale special or something for PBS.
Oh yeah. Okay, so well, I'll preface the story by saying that like back in the late '90s when Rent first hit and became this huge success, on occasion when we would come out the stage door, Anthony and I would get mistaken for each other when we were in our own clothes, you know, from far away. I guess you see two blondes on stage, whatever. Anyway, so that would happen on occasion. So and also during that time, I used to get a lot of really interesting job offers. Some of them were really fun. And so one of them was that I was offered to do the voiceover narration for a hippopotamus documentary for the Discovery Channel, which was, I mean, the coolest thing anyone had ever offered me, you know, other than Rent at that point, which, and so I jumped at the chance. It was so exciting. I went and did the job. It was like, it was honestly like it might've been like my first job post Rent, you know? So I do the job and everything goes fine. And my parents are so proud of me. And I was proud of myself, for being able to read. And then we, so then cut to 2009, right? So like 12 years later, and I'm on tour with Anthony. We're on the Broadway Rent national tour, and we're at a stop in Pittsburgh, and we're standing in a bar after the show. A bunch of cast members and a bunch of people from the audience who had been at the show that night were also in this bar. And some woman comes up to me and she'd had a few drinks and she was like, "Hey, Adam, how you doing? I don't know if you remember me, but I was the producer that hired you for that hippopotamus documentary that you did back in the late '90s. I was like, oh my God, it's so nice to see you. How have you been?" We stand there, we're catching up for a few minutes. All of a sudden she turns to me and she goes, "You know, there's always something I wanted to tell you, but I never thought I would have the opportunity to tell you because I never thought I'd see you again. But here you are standing in front of me, so I guess I'll just tell you." So you remember when you did the voiceover narration, you came into the recording studio and you came into the room and you went into the recording booth and we started recording you. And as soon as you started talking, I turned to the recording engineer and I said, "Oh, it was the other guy I wanted to hire."
Oh, and hold on, Adam. And what was your response?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even remember my response. I'm sure it was something very self-deprecating and, you know, "Well, I'm sorry you got me. I apologize for the mistake, but I can leave if you want. You know, I can call up Anthony. I have a cell phone number." You know,
you're so polite. So I just found this clip, Adam, and I haven't even watched this, but if people watching don't know, so Adam and I did a Broadway show together called Disaster, and I found this song for him. This wasn't in all the workshops and the readings of it. We added it just for Adam in the show, and it ended on a high B, literally a high B, and Jack Connick.
Okay, sorry.
With vibrato. And Jack, our director, had seen The Color Purple during rehearsals, and he saw that Cynthia Erivo did this number where she ended on the floor. So he asked Adam if he would end the number on the floor. And I'm sorry. Let me go back. The number used to be with Adam belting in this bathroom. And right before the last note, Max Crumb would come out of the bathroom stall and got this giant laugh because the whole time Adam had been singing, Max was in the bathroom. Got a crazy laugh and it always worked. And Andrea Martin saw it and she was like, "Adam Pascal is too amazing." She goes, "You have to let him end the song." And I was like, "But we're getting that laugh." And Andrea's like, "He has to end it." So we added that high B at the end and Jack ended with you laying on the floor. And anyway, I haven't even watched this, but I just noticed it's online and David Katz uploaded. So let's watch our old memories. This is Adam Pascal and sounded like this 8 times a week. By the way, Adam, was this hard to sing?
For some reason, it was not. What was hard was that I tore my meniscus in my knee going down to my knees every night. So I wonder if Miss Erivo did that as well.
She's not wearing 50-year-old glasses, so I think there's a difference in age there. Here's the wonderful Adam Pascal. 8 times a week, you sounded like this.
Sorry, I thought you were a guy. Well, I am on assignment.
Good seeing you again, Marianne.
Yes, Chad. Thanks, Tracy.
You too! Back on the floor. Let me just hit the jump first. Well, I can't forget your face was you and me. But I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile in your eyes, your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. Hey, Tracy, I'll meet you back in the water.
Bye, Chad.
I can't live if everything's without you. I can't live. I can't live anymore. I can't live if everything's without you. I can't live. I can't live anymore. Okay, can I just say that that was the slowest old man drop to the knees that I've ever seen, and that's how I tore my meniscus. I mean, I couldn't have dropped any slower and any more gingerly to my knees, and it still tore.
So wait, you tore your meniscus, plus when you had to drag Max Crumb's dead body off stage.
That's what did it. That is what did it. It was that scene. It actually wasn't. It actually wasn't that. It was the scene with Max where his big dead body and I had to pick him up and hold him and I'm on my, it was that scene.
By the way, Paul Cash, who was in the show, is watching. Adam Pascal was like playing a recording, perfect every night. It really was shocking. And by the way, Disaster now is, being performed all over the place. Well, not now, but it has been. We have to have an alternate key because no normal person can sing in that key. It's literally a woman's key.
And him and Carrie Butler, right?
Yeah, we have alternate, and Jennifer Smart. We have alternate keys because everybody in that cast had a freak voice. It sounds like you're ending on an F sharp for most people, but it's literally a B. What's up with that?
I don't know, but I can tell you that my pre-recorded sounding voice every night goes very well with my robotic acting. So that the two things.
First of all, that's not true. You're an amazing actor. Jack Plotnick, our director, said he doesn't know anyone who takes notes better than you. And he always said that. So that is not true. And also, by the way, if you're loving Adam and I have a concert coming up, the Seth concert series, but I can't. What's the date, Adam? When are we going to be together?
November 22nd.
November 22nd, me and Anna Pascal, we will be singing that, maybe even a step up.
Maybe, if let's see how the night goes.
Thank you.
All right.
If things turn out well today, I will sing it a step up. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah, yes, Queen. All right, bye, Adam. Great seeing you.
Okay, go Trump.
Only Adam would do that.
Only Adam with the comedy.
Only Adam. So Seth, you don't even know. We have Hannah here, and I got a text from, I don't know, David or Diane or someone who said that she's got a really great story.
And she's from
a college student from the Midwest is all I know. And so we're going to bring Hannah on.
Hi, Hannah, one of our viewers.
Hi,
You're
Hannah.
live, Hannah. But your Wi-Fi is not.
David,
Hello?
maybe you need to help.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there's a little bit of
Hi,
delay.
I cannot.
You know what, Hannah? Why don't you have David or
Can you hear me
Jonah
okay?
help you?
We can hear you. You're just very delayed.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So come on in a minute. Maybe they can help tech you. So David and Jonah, help Hannah. We'll bring her back. In the meantime, Seth, why don't we show a few more pictures?
Yes.
Because we have
Hannah, look at the private messages that David just
there you go.
David just gave you his number.
Because coming up next, we have Jill Eikenberry and Michael Tucker,
Oh,
who
they've
could
got
not be with us on the LA Law reunion that they put together. They're going to be here finally on Stars of the House really soon. But show some more pictures, Seth.
So don't
from
forget,
oh, you know what? We had Marc Shaiman had sent in a picture, Seth. It may have been down there toward the bottom of him and Lou voting. You know, our celebrities are toward the bottom there. So
okay. By the way, this is the Kara that we're talking about.
Oh, and her husband
Kara in
Jeff.
Texas.
Yes.
We love our Kara.
Hey, I love it.
Hey, lady. And then we have Marc Shaiman and Lou.
Yeah. Yeah,
look at that
line behind them.
Wow,
that's great.
So they vote. This is part of our celebrity votes. By the way, we have Tom coming up later. I don't know if we've been advertised. You love The Flash. We have Tom Cavanaugh coming up. Wow, look how beautiful. I think he lives in Seattle, Vancouver. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, look at those houses, man.
Gorgeous.
And right after this, he crashed into a fire hydrant. Doesn't it look like he's just careening towards a fire hydrant? But listen, if you're a viewer that's voted today, send us in a fun vote photo.
We were
up to Gene.
We were Gene.
I love we have viewers all over the place. This is Gene in South Carolina.
Yes.
It's a nice mask. She looks like your mom a little bit.
Yes. And then Jenny hold it.
We got Jenny already, but
we have Jenny.
Jerome in California. Hi,
Yes.
Jerome. Thanks for watching. We have Joan. We don't know where Joan is from, but Joan is busting.
I love that.
We have our own New York State, Jody in New York. Thank you for voting, Jody.
Yes.
Hold on, Martin Short, but he has a busy afternoon. Oh,
okay. Hold on. I'm gonna keep going here. We got that. We have Joe from Chicago.
Huge fan.
Honoring,
that's nice. Honoring RBG in his
honoring
vote.
RBG. Oh, Seth.
Oh my God, this is Laura from Dallas who played Sister Mary in Disaster.
I love it. Okay, David says we have Hannah ready, so let's go to Hannah. Ready, Hannah? Hannah, 1, 2, 3. How's that? Perfect. Yes.
Great.
Hi, Hannah. Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Oh, my cousin Janet lives right outside Milwaukee. We love Wisconsin. So what's your story?
So this year I voted in my first presidential election. I registered to vote when I turned 18. I'm 20 now. And I voted in a lot of my local ones, but this was my first presidential one. I got my mail-in ballot about a month ago, and my mom brought it up the next day because I was like, Mom, I want to vote now. Let's get this, let's get this over with. I'm ready. And she brought it up to my dorm and sent it in right afterwards, and it just got counted. So we're all good. And yeah, I feel great. And I'm wearing all blue today, getting in the spirit.
This is your first vote. So your
first vote as for president because you voted when you were 18?
For presidential, yeah. I did a lot of local elections before that.
And you're in college right now, you said?
I am in college. I'm a sophomore in college, and I'm a music theater major.
We call it MT.
MT, yes.
So Hannah, what's it like? Oh, there's David Katz, who's another musical theater major. He just gave you a shout out. What's it like being in college during the pandemic? Are people masking up, or are they like, whatever, man?
People are masking up around here. People are actually very well behaved. Our cases are starting to get a little high, but honestly, we go home for Thanksgiving break and then we're not coming back. So right now it's actually good. I'm in a show that opens on Friday, and we're doing it masked and socially distanced on stage. So the school is bringing theater back, and it's a lot of fun, and it's great that we're doing that.
And you're taking like dance class in a mask?
Yeah, I have ballet today. That's my class today. And I'll be doing it in a mask. Yep.
Well, thank you, Hannah, for
Thank you so
stopping
much for
by.
having me. I am like freaking out. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much. And my mom told me to tell you that she loves you.
Oh, say hi to Mrs. Hannah.
I will. Thank you guys
call
so
her
much.
your last name, if I can only pronounce it, Mrs. Sablicki?
Zaplicki, yeah.
Zaplicki.
Yeah,
That's
very
pretty close.
good.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Hannah. Keep watching Stars in the House. Don't cut
Thank
any
you
more
so much. I
classes.
will keep watching.
Bye. See you on Broadway.
Bye.
MT major.
Hey, Seth, Michael Tucker and Jill.
Oh my God, hold on 1 second.
What's that?
Hi, Hannah. Love your teacher.
Hi, Jeremy. That's one of my professors.
Jeremy, she's not cutting class. She's doing something very important.
I
No.
love it.
Hilarious. Bye, Hannah. Hilarious.
Hey, Seth, Jill and Michael aren't here yet, but our guest after is already here. So while I try to get literally an extension cord for this light,
Yeah, I'll get
why
Michael.
don't you talk to our friend Michael McElroy?
Hi, Michael. Speaking of disaster, he was a vocal arranger. Hi, Michael McElroy.
What's up? How are you?
I'm good.
Putting on my light of warmth.
Yeah, our light is not working. I said it's making me look like an old drunk because like I'm red. You know, like when like they stop drinking, they get very sweaty and red. And by the way, I don't even drink, so I don't know what's happening.
How's that? More golden.
Looking good. Not since Avis Graves. Okay, Michael McElroy, we're talking about being in school, by the way, during the pandemic. How are you dealing with teaching at NYU?
Actually, I'm enjoying teaching. I have totally transformed how I teach because I teach vocal performance, and so that's singing, which means we can't be in person. So it really has shifted how I engage my students, how I talk to my students. I start each class asking them to name one good thing that happened this week.
I love that.
Start from a space of joy and a reminder that this is an oasis where we can either bring in what's happening from the world and bring it into our work, or we can leave it on the other side and let this be an oasis and time to explore our art. It's been, the students have been really amazing. So I've enjoyed it. I don't enjoy sitting in this same wonderful spot all the time, but you know, I care more about the health of our country, of the people who live here, and making sure that we all stay safe so that we can get past this moment.
I totally agree. And if people don't know, Michael McElroy, not only amazing actor, not only dead-eye vibrato, but he's also an incredible vocal arranger. He runs the Broadway Inspirational Voices, and we all teamed up together, and he created this brilliant arrangement with Joe Joubert of a Free to Be You and Me song. Marlo Thomas joined us and Dan Selleck. So I want to show this video. Michael, what was it like creating this video with people all over the country?
I loved it. You know, we talked about this on the show, but you know, for so many of us of a certain age, of a certain seasoned age, I consider myself to be of that seasoned group. This was a major part of our childhood, right? That album, I said album, was that LP was a part of, you know, how we were socialized to believe in things in a different way in terms of the relationship between mother and father, male, female, you know, what was acceptable behavior for men in terms of crying and all these different things that we learned. And so when you asked us to take part in this, I went back and watched the original video and I was like, okay, so how can I remain true to that? But also bring in what our BIV sound is, because we never want to take something away from what it was. We want to enhance it. And so it was important to us that we honor it, but bring it into our feel and sound, and also make sure that there was a group of diverse representatives of BIV, which is what was so important to the original concept of the album.
Back in the early 70s, the diversity. So this is Michael McElroy, Joe Joubert, Broadway Inspirational Voices. And if you buy this, don't just sort of like share it. If you buy it, the money, it's very cheap, but the money is going to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. And James and I raised money for them the whole month of June. And every time you buy this, the money go towards them. And they do such a great job. So let's watch this amazing video.
So Seth, because we haven't checked this, I'm hoping this doesn't like flag YouTube if you're going to show the whole video. That's the only thing.
Why would it flag YouTube? It's on YouTube.
Oh, it is? Okay, so we should be okay, Michael? All right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Sisters and Brothers, Broadway Inspirational Voices. Buy it, and the money goes to NAACP LDF.
Sisters and brothers, every father. Ain't we happy? Ain't we lucky? Ain't we happy? Yes! Sisters and brothers, brothers and sisters, ain't we everyone? Brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, every father's daughter, every mother's brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, each and every one. Oh, sisters and brothers, brothers and sisters, every mother's daughter, every father's son. Sisters and brothers, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, brothers and sisters, ain't we everyone?
Yes.
Everyone. Michael, you
Modify the vowel.
it makes it smaller. McElroy, great to see you. Everybody, if you buy that amazing arrangement, the money will go to the NAACP LDF. So, Michael, I noticed you've never asked me to be in Broadway Inspirational Voices. Ain't we everyone?
That's not true. You actually played for a concert, did you not?
I remember.
Seth, you're busted.
I remember playing for you guys.
I remember.
I remember. Wait, I played for you guys, but I don't know if it was a concert, but I remember it's like a Joju Bear chart where it's like C7 sharp 7 9. I'm like, I don't know what that means right out the
12.
notes.
A C plus 13 augmented fifth.
Yeah, I'm a classical pianist. I'm out.
Yeah.
McElroy,
yeah.
thank you for all the great work you do and your incredible talent, your generosity. Peace out. Have a great election day.
Thank you. You too, guys. Thanks for doing this.
Bye, Michael.
Bye.
So we want to remind everyone, because this is a fundraiser still for the Actors Fund. I'm trying to find that poster, Seth. Where is it? It is right here. If you donate $100 or more to the Actors Fund, there's this amazing poster that our pal Jonah Verdon created, and we will sign it and get it to you after the election, and has everyone's name on it here. So and we'll be adding more. Seth, we see your butt talking to Mandy. That's right. So
my baby.
Let's bring on the two organizers of the LA Law reunion, who brought together a great cast. Unfortunately, because of the storm, they themselves were not able to be on it.
It's basically like when you pitch a TV show to network and they pick it up and they say, by the way, you're not allowed to star in it. So they literally created this reunion. Here they are, the stars, Jill and Michael. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Wait, let me see. Can you see us?
Can you see us?
Hold on. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Hi. Hi.
Thanks so much for doing that LA Law thing. Everybody had such a wonderful time, except for us.
Like an old O. Henry story. We put it all together and then we couldn't get on it or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, like a gift to the Magi type of thing.
Oh my God, you tried, Jill. You were like I feel like you were in your car, if I remember correctly. You were trying.
I was trying desperately.
She was trying harder than I was, I'll tell you.
Well,
You guys are
we couldn't even get out of our driveway. You know, there were just all the trees down and everything. So it was craziness. But boy, I've gotten a lot of great reviews from the cast. They all had such fun with you guys.
We loved
Well,
having
we'll have
them.
to do it again. There was so much we didn't cover, and maybe this time you two can join us.
Okay, maybe. Who knows?
So wait, Jill and Mike, first of all, how long have you guys been married?
46, 47, something like that.
47.
Oh, so you're still trying it out. Okay, good luck to that. So I don't know if James knows this story. I would love for you to just talk a little bit about how you got LA Law, because it begins with Jill's haughtiness about TV, if I'm correct in my assumption.
Yes.
Everything begins that way.
Well, yeah, so we were friends with Stephen Bochco because Mike went to Carnegie Tech with him. Stephen was the creator of LA Law. And he invited us to, took us to dinner one night in New York at the Four Seasons, which was a big deal for us because we were poor, starving actors, and it was a beautiful dinner. And he asked us if we would want to do a TV series, a guest shot on Hill Street Blues as a couple, which was a big deal for us because we didn't act together back in those days. You know, I was always the ingenue and Mike was always the character guy, and we were never
But
together.
things have changed now.
Yeah, I'm not the ingenue anymore.
I'm the ingenue.
And he's gotten so filled with character, it's like painful.
Anyway, to cut to the chase, we decided we flew out there. We had to pay our own way out and put ourselves up because, you know, these parts were budgeted to be local, you know, in LA. Anyway, we did it. And on the first day, I looked at her and everything the character was supposed to feel, I felt. And I thought, wow, this is easy.
This is good.
It's like cheating.
Yeah. And Botchko, you know, it turned out to have been really an audition because he wanted to see how we worked together. And he liked it. So he wrote, yeah, like you guys. So he wrote the parts for us. You know.
Well, that's okay. So we got a phone call and he said, I want to ask you a favor. I'm writing a new series, a law series, and I want to write parts for the two of you. And Jill said, well, you know, I'm a theater actress and I'm not interested.
I don't
in
do television. Sorry.
And I was sitting there across the room screaming, sell out, sell out. This is it. Anyway, he said he was a very smart guy. And he said, it's fine. I totally respect that, Jill. But is it okay if I write the part, if I use you to help me write the part and write it with you in mind? And she very graciously allowed him to do that.
Whatever, I said.
And a couple of months later, a script arrived, delivered to our New York apartment by the NBC Courier. And we were very impressed by that. And it was sitting on the dining room table, and I was in the living room. And Jill was sort of leafing through it, and I was watching. And I saw that she was learning the lines. And I thought, well, we're going to Los Angeles.
I mean, it was a great part, you know, and I certainly wasn't going to let anybody else do it. So off we went.
And how long? I know you don't like doing television. So how many episodes did you do? 2 or 3?
8 years. 8 years. I mean, in those days, it was 22 episodes a year. So it was a lot.
Oh, my gosh.
Can anybody do the math on that? I can't.
No, I can't. But.
And what was it? I mean, what was it like being married and performing together, but then having to go home? Would you guys rehearse at night, or were you like after 7 o'clock, we're off duty? What would you do?
No, we rehearsed in advance. It was, you know, it was an added thing. You know, we had something that other people didn't have. You know, that we could have rehearsal time whenever we wanted it. And that was good. That helped us.
It was mostly good. There was one season where we were having a really tough time. We were trying to get pregnant and I couldn't get pregnant. And so finally we ended up adopting, but that was the end of the season. And then that had sort of tragic consequences too. Anyway, it was a dark season, and we had a lot of issues, lots of anxiety. And that was hard also to not bring home, you know? And it wasn't the most fun year we had on the show.
Well, how about falling down the elevator shaft? Was that a fun year?
That was not me.
I know, but I'm saying having someone on the damn show open up.
Somebody else falling down the elevator shaft.
Okay, so no empathy. I get it. It wasn't me.
That was a really fabulous, amazing story because none of us knew that was going to happen, including the actress that was playing Rosalind Shea. And she got the script the same time we did. And we were all looking at it and it was like, oh, I guess I don't have a job anymore.
She's a great actress, Diana Muldaur.
The cruelest way to find out.
Oh my God.
Jill and Michael, what was your voting plan this year? Did you vote early? Did you vote today?
We did vote. We voted already and got it in last week or something.
Yeah,
like
a couple
that.
weeks.
Couple weeks ago. What our voting situation is that the last 3 or 4 elections,
Presidential elections.
we were always in Italy because we have a house in Italy, and November is the time that we pick our olive trees. We harvest our olives and take them to the mill to get oil.
I know.
Our own oil, and so every year. Every election year or every year, we were over there in November and we voted absentee.
Yeah.
So we got our absentee ballots early this year because we didn't know whether we were going to able to get to Italy, and we couldn't and we can't.
They won't let us in.
Right.
So we voted here.
And we put it in that box, right at City Hall in our little town with the police station right around it. It felt like a secure place to put our ballots. And we
got the confirmation that our vote's in.
Yeah, but I had great memories of election day as a kid because my mother was in the League of Women Voters, and I always went around as a little kid with pamphlets, going up to people's houses and knocking on their doors and giving out our information about the guy we wanted and that kind of stuff. And it was such an exciting day. And I have to tell you, I feel a lot of excitement today. I feel like I don't think I've ever seen more young people involved in an election in my life, including our kids, but all the young people we know are doing something, have been doing something.
It's incredibly inspiring.
It is.
And I'm basically cynical about politics and politicians. And this is just knocking my socks off to see. I think there's nothing like people finding out that somebody's trying to keep them from voting, to make them rush to the polls and vote.
And for people finding out that they have a voice, which I think is what we're seeing.
Exactly. It's very moving.
It's fantastic.
Would you stay on for a second, because we have a Tony Award-winning star who happens to be watching, and she just texted me how much she loves you. She was a star of Moulin Rouge. Here she is, the lovely Karen Olivo.
Oh my God, Karen!
Hi, Karen. Hi, Karen.
I'm geeking out. I love you guys so much. I love that you're actors and that you're also together and that you've this is like the best day. I'm so glad I decided to do this. Thank you.
I'm glad to.
Someone take a picture.
Hold on.
Look at it.
Hold on, everybody. Okay, you guys smile.
I'm in the same room.
2, 3. That is so cute. Karen, were you a big LA Law watcher?
Yes.
No, you're too young.
No, I'm not. I'm 44.
Oh, you're old.
That was immediate.
Old enough to watch it. Yeah.
So hold on, Karen. Would you watch it when it was actually on TV? Or would you watch it in reruns?
Yeah, reruns for sure.
Okay,
but
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because 44,
but I also had to sneak.
30-some years ago that we did it.
Yeah. You would have been a little girl, very little girl.
Yeah, but it was when I was trying to watch it, I was still not old enough to really watch it. I was not supposed to be watching it. So I had to sneak it.
That was the best thing about the show, was that a lot of people weren't supposed to watch it.
So I want to say one thing. My cousin, Michael, where is he? Richard Ross. Where's Richard? Hold on. My cousin, Richard Ross. Where is it? Did I miss it? There he is. Richard Ross just said, he's my cousin, does Michael know you have a dog named after his diner character? And I did not realize that, but this is Mandy, who's golden, and our beagle's name happens to be Bagel.
Bagel the beagle. Sweeties.
They're both rescues. Don't worry, we don't buy doggies. They're little
gorgeous. They're beautiful. Gorgeous. And what a great name for a dog.
And adorable. So Jill and Michael, you guys are in Connecticut right now, right?
Yeah.
And Karen, where are you?
I'm in Madison, Wisconsin.
You are? That's my hometown.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's where my mother and I walked around when I was a little kid and gave pamphlets to everybody for Adlai Stevenson. I'm not supposed to say a name, but anyway, that's what we did. Yeah, Madison was my growing up place, and it was a fabulous place. So what are you doing there?
I married someone whose family is from Madison, and so I decided to have my home here.
Wow.
It's a great city.
I love it.
I do
love
too.
it. I have so many friends there. I'm just about to go talk to somebody after this, and my old dear friend that lives there. It's a great place. Great.
Of course you're from Madison. Of course.
Yeah.
How did I not put that together?
Yeah.
Hey, Jill and Michael and Karen, can you hold on for 1 second? Because we have one of our, speaking of young people, Jill and Michael, we have one of our poll heroes who was on the show in September. So do you mind standing by?
Yeah.
We can actually just bring him on.
Yeah, you guys stay here.
Stay on. We'll just bring him on. Kai.
Hi, Kai.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for doing what you're doing, Kai.
Absolutely.
Hey, Kai, where are you?
So I'm in New York City right now, downtown, and my polling place is just right down that way.
How are the lines?
The lines are actually here in New York City. Luckily, I think we're pretty staffed, so the lines have been really, really short, really quick. We've been able to get voters in, very efficiently.
Great.
So we're just
incredible
checking people in as we go. In my polling place, it's a bunch of different election districts, so all these different places, and we have tables for each of them where people are, directed to. And so I'm working on one of these tables as an inspector, and so I check people in. I make sure I get them all their details are correct, and then we give them the ballot and make sure that they're ready to go vote.
Thanks so much for doing this.
We were just saying, Kai, how much I've seen all of our young friends involved in this election. It's so inspiring. It's just fantastic. Thank you for doing it.
I would do that, but I can't walk anymore. I'm too old.
Kai, how does the actual experience, because you were on the show, in September, how does it stack up to what you expected it to be, your experience so far today?
Yeah, well, it is my first time working the polls, and it has been very exciting so far. I woke up at 5 a.m. or a little bit before 5 a.m. to go do this, and I've been here for over 6 hours at this point working the polls. And what's crazy is how fast it actually goes by. Like, you suddenly realize, you've checked in well over 100 voters, and then you're sending these people and being able to help facilitate their right to vote. And especially when you're hearing from voters who are, maybe it's their first time voting, or it's, they're older and they're worried it's going to be one of their last times voting. I checked in an older man recently who had some confusion about making sure his name was all correct, and we managed to get him all sorted out and that he could go vote, but he was expecting this, I really want to make sure that I come vote here in case I don't get a chance to again. So it's just facilitating these really important stories, making sure that everyone has the full assurance to their right to vote, can fully exercise their right to vote. That's just really meaningful and incredible.
Yeah.
Hey, Kai, we didn't know you're famous, but one of our viewers, Steve Wishnoff, just said Kai is being interviewed on Good Morning America right now. You are?
Well, I don't know how I'm in two places at once, but yes, it is. It's actually a recorded interview that I did yesterday, I think. But that is currently
incredible
broadcast on Good Morning America. That's right. Yeah.
Cool.
You are famous. Okay, Kai, thank you. We have another poll worker we're going to bring on. Actually, we'll just have you join. This is Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy,
is
also from Poll Hero Project. Oh my gosh, we love you, Kennedy.
Hi, Kennedy.
Hi, how are you? Hi,
Hi.
Hi.
Kennedy.
How's it going?
Hi, Kennedy.
Great.
How's it going for you?
Good. I'm now in my house because I'm on an hour break.
Perfect.
I'm the greeter, so my job I haven't had to troubleshoot too many times. Besides once, but that's it.
Where are you? What city?
I'm currently at my house. I was gonna just sit in my car for the hour, but I realized that it'd be better to come home for a little bit of a break.
We don't want to get carbon monoxide poisoning, dear. But I mean, what city are you actually in? Thank you, Karen.
I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio.
And what have the lines been like?
Besides our initial one, the line wait was 20 to 25 minutes, and besides that, we haven't had any lines.
Great.
That's great.
That is great. And James was asking, what is it like, the idea of poll working to actually poll working?
Yeah, after all that time, Kennedy, of us talking about it, what's the actual experience been like?
It's not quite as glamorous. I love being that close, but I need to lay down for a little bit because I'm hungry, thirsty, and my back hurts.
You go, Kennedy.
I can't believe all the grandparents out there did this, which is why I know I can't complain. But it's when you actually do it, I mean, you actually kind of understand what a 13-hour shift is.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, guys.
I've loved it nonetheless.
Thanks for doing it.
Thank you. And it's
Thank
weird.
you so much.
It's so odd. The rules this year, you can only be a poll worker if your name begins with K, but I'm glad both of you guys passed.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
All right,
lucky.
all right, Kennedy, you go rest. Kai, thanks for
Okay,
stopping
go
by
rest.
too. I love that you go through at the same time.
How lovely is that?
Oh my God, how can you not be inspired and feel hopeful?
Right?
I'm just thinking if I was, if I was an old person, which God knows I'm not, but how comforting it would be to have somebody like that to greet me and make me feel like I was doing the right thing and how to do it. And it was just it's very moving to me. It's wonderful.
I know. I'm going to start sobbing here in a second. Yeah.
I know.
We'll stay on for that.
Karen, I know that you're so not really shy, but you're so not into glamour or anything, but we'd be remiss if we didn't say, what does it feel like to be Tony nominated in this odd time? How are you feeling about your Tony nomination?
Yes, congratulations.
Oh, thanks. It's bittersweet. Look, there are upsides to the pandemic, meaning you don't have to campaign for the Tony Awards, which is crazy and hard. But I really feel like if there's going to be a spotlight on the arts, this is really a good time for it, because I know so many people are suffering right now. And so many businesses that rely on the arts are suffering. So that's a really good time to sort of have the Tony Awards, so we can sort of remind the general public that these things that they love and that they want to see at the end of this pandemic are struggling. And so we should really start thinking about how we're going to create a lifeline for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm only thinking of it in those terms because the world is so much bigger now. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it was always big, but it really does sort of like remind you of like what we're really working towards: democracy and like people having affordable health care. Like, there's so many things that are at stake. The Tony Awards seem kind of small right now, but thanks.
But great that you're nominated.
Yeah.
Wonderful
Wonderful
that
that
you're
you're nominated.
because you should get the recognition, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
For that belting.
Yeah. The
And
team
Karen,
worked hard. No, stop.
I will. Before we talk about the belting, let me just say one more thing, though. A lot of people in your cast, you were one of the casts on Broadway that there was a lot of COVID-19 going through the cast. How has your cast been recuperating? How's the health?
Good. I mean, my husband, we both had it. When we left New York, we actually didn't know that we had it, and we came here and we quarantined. And so my husband still has like some things that are not completely back, but as far as like, I have not had any of like the strange swelling of hands. My lung support is a little bit different, but I don't know if that's because I teach all day long and I sit in front of a computer and I'm not on a treadmill. But there are tiny little differences. But for the most part, we feel pretty healthy and really fortunate. But yeah, I think most people are still are okay. They're making out all right.
Karen and I did a live concert together, and Karen, I haven't even watched this, but I have a clip. This is me and Karen Olivo. Every Sunday I do a live concert, and Karen was one of my guests. And this is you singing. I don't even know what song it is actually, but I have a clip of the two of us together. So let's enjoy some music on Election Day.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to interrupt. This is Karen's audition song, which I'm obsessed with because it's still not an audition song. Enjoy.
Maybe I hang around here a little more than I should. We both know I've got somewhere else to go. But I've got something to tell you that I never thought I would. But I believe you really ought to know. I love you. I honestly love you. You don't have to answer. I see it in your eyes. Maybe it was better left unsaid. But this is pure and simple, and you must realize that it's coming from my heart and not my head. I love you. I honestly love you. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm not trying to make you feel anything at all. But this feeling doesn't come along every day. And you shouldn't blow the chance when you've got the chance to say, I love you. I honestly love you. If we both were born in another place and time, this moment might end with a kiss. But there you are with yours, and here I am with mine. So I guess we'll just be leaving it at this. I love you. I honestly love you. I honestly love you.
Wow.
Where'd Karen go?
Karen left.
There
she is.
We clicked her up by accident.
Hold on.
Gotta go down. There's Karen.
Bravo,
Gorgeous, Karen. Wow, you had me. You had me right from the beginning.
Thanks.
Just gorgeous.
That is
And
not
Jill-
an
and Jill's
audition song.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how you did it. And that's what got her Anita. What's happening? No,
But it's just, it's such a perfect thing to hear right now. You know, it's just such a perfect song to hear right now because of all the hate we have everywhere. It's incredibly moving, and the way you did it was just gorgeous. So,
thank you.
Thank you.
This is also
And thank you,
lovely.
Seth. Thank you, Seth. You were good too.
So, Jill, Michael, and Karen, thank you so much for coming on. I love that this became a group segment.
Yes.
Yeah.
She texted me. Karen texted me how much she was loving you. I was like, well, just join up, girl.
I love that. I love that.
Party.
Yeah. Thanks so much for doing this, guys. This is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Wonderful thing.
It's really awesome.
Today.
We're about to segue, but before we say goodbye to Jill, Michael, and Karen, let me just bring on your co-star, Karen. You're starring opposite this beautiful woman. Here she is, Ms. Beth Malone.
Hi,
Beth.
Jill and Mike. Hi.
My girlfriend I've never met.
Oh.
For what show?
Via Zoom.
Wow.
What show are you guys going to do together?
Jeanette.
I can't hear anything. What's going on?
Oh,
Why can't
you
I hear
can't hear-
anything?
Sometimes, are you on an iPhone or an iPad, Karen? Sometimes that happens where the sound goes out. Here, I'm going to bring you. You still got to dance with. Basically, Karen says she loves you and she's going. Bye. Hilarious.
Bye, Karen.
Cut.
Bye, Jill and Michael.
Jill and
Thanks for
Michael.
joining us.
So much.
Celebrate the day, guys.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you both. What a bunch of mushes.
Hey, you know what, Beth, and Seth, Michael
We have another-
Cerveris is here.
Yes.
And he's on set, though, so I don't know how long he can be with
One,
us. So
two,
let's bring him
three.
on.
Michael Cerveris, star of Fun Home with Beth Malone.
Hello.
Michael,
How are you?
your green screen looks so realistic.
I know. Doesn't it look like clouds? I'm really in like lower Manhattan.
Holy, what are you filming right now? Are you allowed to say?
No, I'm not allowed to say.
Can you tell us where
but
you
a lot of your friends are here as well. So when you do find out,
Michael,
you'll be
is
happy.
Adam Pascal was just filming something mysterious. Is he with you?
He's not. No.
Oh.
There's a lot of work
A
going
lot
on.
of mystery
I
going
know.
Yeah.
I am moving to that hotel today, and I start next week. I'm in quarantine.
Oh, you are.
Next week for the mysterious thing.
Oh my
Well,
God.
here's what I'll say. I'm so glad that they're hiring theater people. Whoever this mystery production company is.
If you think about that and think backwards, you'll be able to figure it out.
Wow.
You think what?
If you think backwards from like who would hire a bunch of theater people.
Right.
You know what would also help me, Beth? If you text me what the hell it is. So I got to be honest. Okay, so Michael Cerveris and Beth Malone.
Michael, how long do we have you before you have to go back on set? First off.
I seem to be good. So.
Okay, good.
Okay, so tell us, Michael, you're New Orleans based so often. Where did you wind up voting?
I ended up voting in New York. All my documentation, everything is still for New York, so that's where I voted. And I voted, I think on Wednesday of the early voting week. But I live not too far from Madison Square Garden, and that was my early voting place. And so I would go every day walking my dog up to the garden to see what the line was like. And every day it was like 4 hours and 4 hours and 4 hours until Wednesday evening, I was able to get in under 4 hours.
It's so great there's so much voting. By the way, you have fans, Michael and Beth, Bruce and Alison Bechdel back together again.
Alan's from New Orleans.
And Beth Malone, you're kind of Colorado based a lot. Where did you wind up voting?
I ended up voting in Colorado. Yeah.
But you're back
we
in New
do
York?
that all the time, though. We plan to do that because we try to cancel out my parents' vote.
That's so funny. Your honesty is refreshing. Hey, I want to show this clip. I'd love for you to tell this story because I love to show music during this show. Beth, would you talk a little bit about, because Beth and I just did a concert 2 days ago, which is still available, by the way. Talk a little bit about your crazy 1980s cassette tape, which is so brave and 80s of you. Okay, go.
I sent a cassette tape to Andrew Zerman, to Johnson Liffen Zerman of me singing on my own so I could maybe get an audition for Les Mis. And then he
You were
called
18, right?
me.
Wait, so first of all, you were 18 years old, living basically on a ranch in Colorado, pre-internet. You sent in a cassette tape, and then what happened?
And then Andrew Zerman called my parents' house, and I picked it up in their kitchen, and he said, "Hey, if you're ever in New York, you should come in and audition." And I said, "Okay."
And then that's it. That's the horrible end of the story. Michael Cerveris, what should she have done?
She should have walked it in.
Should have what?
Oh, you mean
Walked it in? Oh.
What should she have done?
Like after that phone call, shouldn't she have flown to New York?
Yeah, or by any means necessary. She should have gotten herself there.
Did not do that.
So she's from Colorado, and she was saying it didn't even cross your mind. Yeah. Michael, you started working so young. Why was it in your lexicon to be like, of course I'm going to show up for New York auditions and I'll audition for TV shows? Why was that more normal for you? And for Beth, it just seemed like so far-fetched.
Well, I mean, I grew up in a artsy family. My father was a musician and music educator, and my mom, they had met at Juilliard. So the idea that people went into the arts made sense. But they also had a really healthy regard for how difficult it was. So, they encouraged us to pursue the things that we were interested in, the arts that we were interested in, but also to get a good education and look for anything else to do. And I went to Yale undergrad, and actually I had early experience with New York auditions because my college roommate, David Loud, went down to New York to audition for Merrily We Roll Along. And he took the early train, and I wanted to sleep in, so I took a later train. And he got there and made the cutoff. And by the time I got there, they'd already had 400 people sign up. So I never got to audition. I went to New York, but I never got into audition. But David did, and he got the part. And all of us went to see, his previews in New York. And so I knew somebody firsthand that it had actually happened for. So I believe it.
So Beth, that's what we were saying, because James is like that too from Texas. When you don't have it around you, you don't think it's possible, right?
No, it seems like another planet. It really, New York seems like a whole other, like, that's why, like, even when I did get here, I was just it was so like surreal, and I was so starstruck half the time. I was incapable of, like, even with Fun Home, you know, I was still just processing the fact that I was in the room with Michael Cerveris and Judy Kuhn for a lot of it. Then I was like, okay, now I have to work. You know, I have to stop thinking about all that stuff so I can work. But you know, that's a huge part of this process, like becoming the person who's looking at it as a thing you can't have, as to a person who's like, you know, swimming in it. It's a big learning curve, like a really big one.
What's so important about representation on stage and seeing, you know, being able to see versions of themselves on stage. You know, so many people came to see Fun Home and saw themselves on stage for the first time in the characters on stage. And that's, you know, that's the first, believing it's possible and that there's a place for you is the first part of it.
It's so true. And it happened to me over and over when I would see someone that, I mean, like, representation was vital for, you know, my growing up. Oh, this hair. You know, it's a lot of hair. You look like an angel. You look like you're talking to us from a cloud in heaven.
I know. We're gonna send you donations, Michael, in a second for you to read, and I'm gonna play this song. So hold on, let me just say something. Beth is talking about having these amazing people around her. Michael, who did you first work with that you were like, oh my God, I can't believe these people are around me? Like, who were you first intimidated by?
Well, I was.
Or Michael?
What's that?
Michael?
Yeah, Michael, because you obviously you had Judy and Michael. Michael, who were your like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in the room with?
Well, I mean, I felt it from the beginning. I would be overwhelmed, impressed by people whose names I didn't even know, but they were just like, you know, they were the experienced actors in the company. When I was at Williamstown as a non-actor, Christopher Reeve was there, and I don't remember who else was there that summer, but I was always feeling like the new kid on the block, and that included when I started doing stuff on Broadway. I still felt like I was apprentice all the time. I worked with Kelsey Grammer in Richard II out in LA before I had ever done Tommy, and he was another. I couldn't believe somebody from TV was actually new. And you know,
Beth,
people like Debbie Allen and stuff in Fame as a really young actor too.
Debbie Allen, of course, because he was in Fame. So Beth, I'm going to show so like I said, Beth and I just did a concert together, and P.S. it's literally still available, the Seth concert series. And when Beth told me that devastating story about Les Mis, that she never actually got a chance to play Eponine, spontaneously, oh, there goes Michael's Wi-Fi. I was like, Beth, yeah, he'll be back. I was like, Beth, let's just do the song. So this is Beth as Eponine, the role that never actually got to happen. And you can see this. Beth as Eponine. One day this will happen on Broadway. We just need a big enough theater, as we say.
Yeah.
A little more. I mean, they both die, but
I don't know. I didn't. Oh God. Oh God. I don't know.
On my own.
Okay. Yeah.
On my own, pretending he's beside me, all alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me, and when I lose my way, I close my eyes and he has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. Without him, I feel his arms around me, and when I lose my way, I close my eyes and he has found me. And I know it's only in my mind that I that to him. But I know, although that he is blind, still I say, there's a way for us. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. Is that right? Yes. The river's just a river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and the trees are bare, and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning. The world is full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him, but only on my own.
You literally still sound like a teenager.
Oh, it's thank you. It's
Not watching yourself, typical. Hey, Michael's back.
Oh, good. I was just texting him.
I was trying to read the donations text, but I don't think
Donations.
and do this at the same time.
You can't do it on an iPhone. So when you're filming, Beth, can you read the donations? I just sent them to you instead.
Okay. This is beautiful. Okay. Sherry from Milwaukee, $27.80. Do I read the amount?
Yes, why not?
Sure. The first hour has been worth getting up at 5:30. Glad I got to watch Marc Shaiman, one of my favorite guests. Seth and James, you are awesome to keep up with this wonderful sunshine show. Laura from St. Louis, Missouri, $100. So grateful to you all, what you're doing today and every day since March. Thank you for all you continue to do to brighten our pandemic and encourage democracy. As Thanksgiving approaches, I am thankful for you both and Stars in the House. And I love signed poster.
Oh, great.
We're gonna show them in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Nancy from Georgia, $103. Hi, Seth and James, all your marvelous friends. You've kept us almost sane as we've stayed home all these months. Thanks for getting us through the longest day of our quarantine lives. This is emotional.
I know.
Alexander, Pennsylvania. Alexander from Pennsylvania, not the town Alexander, Pennsylvania. $116. $116 in honor of this historic election day, 11/3/20. Thank you to Seth and James, Dr. Lapook, and the esteemed guests that are tracing our screens, not only today, for the last 8 months. Your generosity to the theater community at large will be felt for years to come. Thank you, as well as to all of those working today to keep our democracy intact.
Amen.
Amen.
And speaking of that, Jonah Burden, who's I'm going to bring on right now, he actually created the poster. So anyone who donates $100 or more today after the election, after we rest for maybe the next 24 hours,
his mom will handle it.
Yeah, we will send out posters. Jonah, show us the posters.
We're going to autograph them.
Hello, here are our
Yes.
posters. We just got them in from the lovely Cicely Primus. This version, they are so cool. I am so excited to put this up on my wall.
So, Jonah, you created that poster. It has everyone that's appearing today. I mean, they're going to be extra special people. You have everyone that's scheduled.
Yes,
to
this
appear today.
was everything that was everyone that was scheduled. What, like 24 hours ago? So
Yeah.
more names. But this is the mock-up.
I love it. And Jonah, your wig has never looked better, by the way. It's stunning.
Thank you. It's my quarantine hair.
Hey, look at it. So for young people out there watching for a second, Jonah right now is in Oberlin, my alma mater. Jonah, tell everybody what the deal is with your college this year.
Well, they are doing a staggered. They're doing a staggered system where first and fourth years were on campus for the fall semester. They're gonna be bringing back my year, second years, and fourth years for the the fall or the spring semester, and then they're doing a summer semester. They've actually been doing really well. I think we've had 6 cases overall throughout the pandemic.
Wow.
I don't quote me on that, but from the emails that I'm getting, yeah, Oberlin has been doing really well. We're really proud of them.
I love my Oberlin. All right, thank you, Jonathan. Hold up that poster one more time. If you donate $100.
Woo!
So great. We'll sign that. We'll send it to you. Bye, Jonah. Thanks for all your tech help, too.
Bye. Thank you.
So we were trying to have a little fun home reunion, but I don't know if you know, but there's Michael and Beth. Judy Kuhn was supposed to appear right now, but she's having internet problems in the hotel. Is she also quarantining?
Yes, she is.
Is it? Why is it everyone has a damn job? Now I'm getting annoyed. Where's my role?
That's a good idea, actually.
I agree with you, Beth, because I saw you text. It's like Judy, you don't have to sing. Just come on and.
No, we told her.
iPhone.
Yeah, Judy. I think. Well, we sent her the link. Hold on, let me make sure she got it. Well, you know what? We can do. This is interesting.
Well, you know what? In the meantime, let's give Judy a little bit of time.
Okay.
To come on, but
voter photos.
Yeah, voter photos, because it just all of it's emotional, Beth.
It is. I have to tell you, you know Paige Price?
Of course.
So Paige is in Philadelphia, and she's a poll watcher, and she's like number 20 on the standby list because there are so many people wanting to be poll watchers.
My sister's the same thing in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
It's great. It's so great because you talk.
No, I was just going to say she's my sister's a swing for the poll watchers in Pennsylvania in Lehigh.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it is amazing.
And Paige was so funny. She goes, "I hope I don't get typed out."
Hey, listen. Oh, Judy, are you ready? I see Judy's image. Are you ready, Judy? Should I bring you on? All right. 1, 2, 3. Judy Kuhn.
Wait, now I can't see you. Wait a minute.
We can see you though.
We see you.
Wait, oh God, I don't.
All right, I'm going to take you off for a second. We're going to show some more voter photos while Judy figures that out.
To choose a cane.
Oh, we had Joe earlier. Okay, so Joe, hold on. Oh, Maria from New York. I love it. Oh, there's Judy, Boston poll worker. Mark, hold on. Judy, are you ready?
I'm here. Yes.
Can you see us? I mean, that's what I meant to say.
Yes,
Can you see us?
I can see you.
Yay!
Hey, Judy, in honor of you. Hold on, wait. I'm going to mute Michael just because the wind is a little bad right now. So 1 second. In honor of you and Jonah, I put on my Oberlin shirt. And in honor of Fun Home. Thank you. So, Beth, Judy, and Michael, what does it feel like for the whole
Michael. Hi, Beth.
Hi.
Just a second, you guys.
I'm going to put a couple of slides.
He is working after all.
Beth and Judy, what does it feel like for the dysfunctional Bechtel family to be reunited again?
Always happy to be reunited with my dysfunctional families.
I wish you could just reach through the screen and grab your head. Cannot.
Oh my God. The last 10 minutes have been such a crisis.
Why?
Because literally I was about to start my sound check and the internet in the whole hotel went down.
Is it back up?
No, I'm now on my phone on the 5G network.
You look great. By the way, the hotel looks great. The color looks, everything looks amazing. We look like we're in a weird pink light from an old Ziegfeld Follies where they put on the showgirls. I don't know why we cannot figure out lighting. And it's literally 8 months into this damn show. We still
It's
can't.
our thing.
It's our thing. Horrible lighting.
You may need a lesbian.
Oh, you mean like a sassy stagehand?
Yes.
Beth, you're hilarious. So, Judy, let's hear. Judy and Beth, do you have any fun home backstage stories we need to hear about? Where was the candy kept?
The candy?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Did we? I don't think we have candy in our room. I'm
I have a story.
I'm always carrying chocolate pretty much wherever I go, so I can be relied on for that.
I have a story.
Yes.
Can I tell a story that involves marijuana?
Oh.
have to now.
Is
I
that
guess
so
Judy knows.
what almost happened to me?
If Judy says it's okay, we'll leave it up to Judy.
Judy's our censor. Is it
Wait,
okay, Judy?
I think I need to tell this story because it's
better tell. Beth.
Well, because it actually happened to me. When we were at the Public Theater, I would always get there early because there was a great hang in the green room. And I liked to, and people always brought baked goods. And so I would come and make some tea and have whatever baked good was was on display that evening and then hang out. And I got there one night early and there were no baked goods. And I went in the dressing room and on Beth's table, there was a little baggie with some chocolate chip cookies in it. And I thought, oh, I'm going to steal a cookie. And then I thought, oh, I better ask Beth first because she doesn't have very many. And then I held them up to Beth and said, Beth, what are these? And Beth, what did you say?
I was like, no!
Judy, you were this close to forgetting the lyrics to Days and Days.
Well, she would have laughed through it. That's what we thought. She would have been like, my husband is gay. That's what we thought.
That is inappropriate.
Different kind of days.
Sorry, kids.
You know,
I was in this picture where Judy Kuhn surprised us all once and dressed up like a dyke. And when we walked into Judy Kuhn in full like dyke. It is amazing.
It was for Halloween.
Were you a dyke?
Well, only at the theater.
Butch, a daddy.
A daddy. You know, this
hold on. Yes. Beth, Judy, and Michael, look at this. Elizabeth Perkins shouting out to all of you in gratitude. Elizabeth Perkins, we want you on the damn show. Go vote at starsandhouse.com.
Email us.
We're on for another 7 hours.
Yeah, come make an appearance.
Come on.
Hey, you know, today's a day of inspiration for people. Michael, Beth, and Judy, would you tell the story about the college down south and how you guys sort of turned it on its head?
Michael.
Well, the College of Charleston had essentially banned Allison's book. It had been assigned to the entering freshman class, and actually the college didn't ban it, but the legislature threatened to withhold their funding for this program where they would sort of provide the book for everybody entering freshman class, so that they would have sort of a point of common contact entering into the college as freshmen. So we got wind of it, and I sent a text around to everybody saying, "Hey, who's up for a road trip?" And everybody said yes, absolutely. And our producers took it to heart and took it seriously, and managed. They originally, I think, wanted to do a reading or a production of Fun Home themselves at the college, and the producer said, "Well, we're not really releasing the rights, but how about if we just send you the cast?" And Lisa and Janine and Allison all went down, and we did this kind of...
And Sam, too.
And Sam, that's right. We did sort of we ended up doing almost the entire show. We did all the music and a lot of the scenes, and it was kind of like a lecture demo sort of thing. But it was really one of the most meaningful parts of the whole experience, I think, for all of us. To go on the ground in Charleston, South Carolina. And what was so wonderful, I think, for the people there was that they could look around this auditorium. We sold out 2 performances of it, of audiences of over 750 people each time. And I think a lot of what was great was for all of these people who had felt so marginalized and oppressed by the legislature, to look around and see that they weren't the only ones, that there were all of these other people in their community who were supporting them and who cared about them. And then people from New York coming down to show up and show our support as well. It was just an amazing experience for all of us.
It is so beautiful you guys did that. And, you know, before we were talking about, Michael was talking about geeking out from Debbie Allen. Beth Malone, what was it like? Because you're like me, like you were listening to Judy Kuhn the beginning of her brilliant Broadway career. What was it like when you were actually cast opposite her? Were you just like, tell me every single Les Mis and chess story you've ever said? What happened?
No, I waited for them to like come out kind of organically. So over the years, I've gotten them all. I hope, all the really good ones. Like I know there was some not with ABBA, like there was some boat in the middle of like some amazing exotic sea with ABBA and Judy Kuhn. I know that why wasn't there some like to me, like those are the stories that stick. And then
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but okay.
Weren't you on some boat with them anyway?
Oh yes, you're right. I was in Stockholm. Yes, I was. Yes.
In Stockholm.
Yeah.
On a boat with ABBA. And they wrote what was the song they wrote on you? Which
Someone Else's Story.
Someone Else's Story, yeah.
Story. But I met Judy like in the bathroom on a 10. It was like 10, and I really hadn't spoken to you yet. And we were like washing our hands next to each other. And I'm like, hi.
And weirdly, Michael was also in the bathroom. That's the weird part of the story.
It was like,
wait, can I just interject something because it's a theme because of the theme of our day about going back to the College of Charleston story. Yeah. The money that was taken away from the program, the objection, and to people, these kids reading Fun Home. I mean, kids. They were 18. They were adults. Came from the North Carolina State Legislature.
South Carolina
Legislature. So it brings us back to the theme that we have to vote.
Yeah.
And that state legislatures really, really matter because state legislators actually affect our lives in many ways, way more than the federal government does. And people have to remember to vote in every election and vote, know who their state legislatures are.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I want to say something that happened in Charleston that I've taken with me since that day. Was like those kids when we got down there were terrorized. They were, the courage to come out and be an open person in the South is still like substantial. So these people who were on shaky ground to begin with were met with so much hatred right off the bat, early in their lives, and they were scared, they were demoralized, and then we showed up with this giant wave of love and support, and we just like put that fire out with just a balm of love and support, and you could feel them just like it's like when you water a plant just about to die, and you can watch it drink it in and thrive. It was so thrilling and satisfying, and it was this hope bomb because there was hopelessness in their little faces, and then that's what Paige Price's story of going to the polls today and having to wait to be a poll watcher feels like to me. It feels hopeful. Like all these people are showing up with love and saying, nope, all that stuff, all that hatred, all that divisiveness, nope, love.
I want to say something, two things, because Michael, I love the way you told the story too. This sort of brings back why we're doing Stars in the House, how important theater is. There's this myth, like theater is this frivolous thing. Like it's still, the 1928 follies. Like theater, helps social justice. And the fact that and not just theater, the arts, and everyone almost is out of work except for apparently the three of you. But my point is, so many people are not working, and Stars in the House is raising money for all these people. So many people in Disney were just fired, like 18,000 or something. So
I just heard that yesterday.
Isn't that unbelievable? If you can donate, you go to starsinthehouse.com, and if you donate $100, you'll get a historic poster, the poster from today's live stream, specially made just for this live stream, and we'll autograph it. So we're gonna start a new live stream in just a moment. I want to show this. So we talked about Someone Else's Story, the song that was written for Judy Kuhn. Beth We've all done it. This is from A Concert for America. This is Judy singing the song that was written for her by ABBA on a boat in Stockholm. What? And here is Judy singing that stunning song in Concert for America.
Hartford in October 2017.
Yeah, raising money for 5 different nonprofits. Everybody, please enjoy. Sounds just like the record.
Long ago, in someone else's lifetime, someone with my name who looked a lot like me came to know a man and made a promise he only had to say, and that's where she would be. Lately, although the feelings run just as deep, the promise she made has grown impossible to keep. And yet, I wish it wasn't so. Will he miss me if I go? In a way, it's someone else's story. I don't see myself as taking part at all. Yesterday, a girl that I was fond of finally could see the writing on the wall. Sadly, she realized she left him behind. And sadder than that, she knew he wouldn't even mind. And though there's nothing left to say, would he listen if I stay? It's all very well to say, you fool, it's now or never. I could be choosing no choices whatsoever. I could be in someone else's story, in someone else's life, and he could be in mine. I don't see a reason to be lonely. I could take my chances further down the line. And if that girl I knew should ask my advice, oh, I wouldn't hesitate. She needn't ask me twice. Go now, I'd tell her that for free. Trouble is the girl is me. The story is the girl is me.
Judy Kuhn, original star, original key.
You surprised me with that. I did not know that was coming.
I hadn't even seen it. David Katz picked it out. I mean, I remember I was there that night, but I hadn't seen it since.
Well, Michael, Beth, and Judy, thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys
Sorry
so much.
for my technical snafu.
Oh, it's fine.
You made it.
Michael, are you in costume or is that just your cool, I wear this every day outfit?
I just wear it every day.
You're a good actor.
If anybody from the network asks, that's exactly what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
We got you.
No eating in your everyday outfit.
We got your back.
Thank you, Fun Home. Everyone loves seeing you. So many great comments. Everyone loves Fun Home. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
I love seeing you. Everybody vote. Love you all.
Love you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Bye, Judy. Bye, Michael. Bye, Beth.
That was lovely.
All right. So We are going to be now going to a new stream.
Yeah, because we can't stay too many hours on the same exact stream. We're going to be here till 7 p.m., but we have to start
Yes.
a new stream every couple of hours.
So we're not exactly sure how this works.
So we're going to stay here till David comes on.
No,
and
I
tells
think
us
we're
what
going to
do.
end the broadcast.
Oh, just end it?
And stay tuned. And we are going to.
We'll be on a new stream very soon.
We'll be on a new stream.